Hey, yo.
Hi.
Oh, someone actually did drop out. It's so hard to figure out.
I think Nick said he's gonna drop out because he's having camera problems.
He quit on us. What is up,
Son of a
dudes?
beasting.
We're just getting situated here. Kevin can't make it tonight. Had some personal stuff come up, so he is going to be making it up. I think he'll probably be streaming his as well too. I don't know if he has been using his YouTube or not, but we'll get that all situated for you guys. So if he does do it live, I'll share it out for the dudes, and everybody can watch him work on his makeup. Just told him we're gonna beat him with socks full of quarters if he doesn't. What is up, Colin? Yeah, we're gonna hold you down and kiss you real hard.
It's quarters now? It was soap earlier.
Yeah, soap's expensive. Quarters you can then buy other things with after. Yes. You can reuse the quarters after to buy more socks, I guess. Rex Doom, what's up? El Padrino. Sorry, chat keeps like resetting itself.
William C.
Late and gay. Phoenix Animation, welcome.
Haven't seen you in a while, bud.
What's going on, guys? Mitch, thank you so much for your support and getting us to 10K,
Padrino.
Mitch.
That
Really
Tash,
appreciate it.
Miss Swinburne, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we got the first 15 minutes here where we're all hanging out and getting settled in. We're waiting for Kayla to get here and Nick to get back. He was having some troubleshooting problems. We mentioned this on the first one. You can get started. You can start working. This is just like a 15-minute grace period where we'll hang out and get down. We get situated. We got Nick back.
I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah. We'll be getting into it. I got a beverage.
Is Nick back a band?
Yeah.
The
Never heard of him.
best band.
They're a phenomenal band
My favorite band.
that no one likes to acknowledge as a good band because of peer pressure.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what it is.
This is why I'm against peer pressure.
Yeah, people hating on Nickelback really is what
Come
we're
on,
in
Nick.
Nickelback.
Just try some peer pressure, man.
You want
All
to be
the other
cool,
kids
don't
are
you?
doing it.
Listen, Ryan,
You remind me of.
we're fighting, okay?
Oh, I forgot about that. My bad. I'll sleep on the
Great
couch tonight.
Ryan Wynn, Jeff
What up?
battle on. Or was that Nick? I can't tell.
That was Nick.
You all sound the same to me. No offense.
Oh, Tyler. You're such an elitist.
I got
That's
pizza
true.
tonight from our local comic book themed pizza place. I don't know if you can see that. Gain Street Pies.
Awesome.
This is
Comic-themed
Dobot,
pizza
Dr.
place?
Dobot. Yeah, everything's like superhero themed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Jeff lives in like a hipster mecca.
I really am.
Is it a
It's
hipster
the-
mecca?
All the good things.
It's pretty sweet. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, wacky stuff. This reminds me, Danzig. I had a weird Danzig moment today on Shudder when I was scrolling through, and they have this interview show called The Core, where this guy just interviews horror directors. But the guy who interviews people looks like a young Danzig. And I was like, whoa, that guy looks like a young Danzig. So I go to the thing and click on it, and the thumbnail for it is this young Danzig-looking dude interviewing Danzig. And I lost my mind. I just laughed to myself in the apartment for like 5 minutes, like an absolute madman. It was like he is all around me now.
I feel like you do a lot of things like an absolute madman. Maybe you're just an absolute madman.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a nutcase. I've figured that out.
I wish I knew about this whole Danzig thing before I signed up for this.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready
my
for
dreams.
it. Never heard the name so many times.
William C, what is up? Rick Joseph, good to see you guys. Our dude Institute in here,
What up?
who can't get into Danzig. Nope, it's me too. I think I'm going to get into Danzig not for anything he does. Just I like Danzig as a person. which I'm finding out I kind of do the more we stumble into random interviews with Danzig. I'm just like, oh, crap.
Wait,
He's a likable guy.
Is that Danzig?
I didn't want to love you.
Yeah. I can't quit you, Danzig.
I like the way you Danzig.
Brokeback Danzig. Everybody in this small town's gonna kill me for loving you.
Danzig, you got baby legs.
Kayla, can you
And
not
Rob,
talk or something?
Rob, this is most of the show, by the way.
Yeah, Kayla's
I
muted.
see. I'm used to this.
Kayla's pretty sure she wandered into the wrong stream.
I'm like, what did I get into today?
Yeah, right. Your mic's very quiet today.
Yeah, hold on.
You're jeffing us.
Frege hates Danzig. Oh yeah, because Danzig hustled him on some art once. That's the shittiest story I've ever heard of Danzig.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what it was. I can't remember if it was like a Michael Golden piece or what. I'm sure Zaid probably remembers. He's told the story a bunch though, but yeah, he was like buying a piece off of Danzig, and when he came back, Danzig had sold it.
Oh, that's right.
That sounds like
That's
Frege?
so Danzig.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like that's you're not a man of your word. That's pretty fucked up, Danzig.
Just 3 hours of this, Rob.
Oh, that's
3
yeah,
hours.
that's what it was. It was an Art Adams piece.
Sorry about that. You said R. Adams as I rejoined. About R. Adams?
Yeah,
Trying
it
to
was an
make Kayla
Art
cry.
Adams piece he was trying to buy off of Danzig, and he sold it to some other dude. Dan like went to the ATM to grab the money, and when he got back, some other dude was buying it. Or
Oh.
maybe it was some other dude was selling it, and Danzig bought it out from under him. But I think it was Danzig that was selling it.
Well.
Anyone else remember Danzig and Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Yes, I believe that came up when we were talking about him the first time. He shows up everywhere.
I got my package from Deep Comics, but I have not opened it yet.
What?
I got my package, my Indiegogo from Zaid Comics today, but I have not opened it yet. Yeah.
That's a lot clearer now.
Sometime this weekend when we stream, we'll have to unbox it. So
Unbox. Maybe you could do an
Unbox.
unboxing that leads into an interview with Phil.
yeah, that would work really, really well, wouldn't it?
An unboxing, and you open the box and Phil comes out of it.
Imagine.
That'd be fucking hilarious. He shipped himself to you. What's up,
Maybe
girl?
That's how you guys do
Maybe-
interviews?
Ear. Maybe there's a random ear in there, you know?
Alright, so I got this.
I'm gonna go the bingo route.
I got this little box, and then I got this like 7 foot tall wood crate, and the little box just has a crowbar in it.
All right.
Hamzig, that's me. Hamzig, I'll be his
Hamzig.
his giant doppelganger. Can you be a mini me of yourself? Like he's the tiny version of himself, and I'm Big Danzig.
I'm the Danzig now.
Yeah, I'm
You're his-
Danzig.
You're
Are
his whole.
you mini Danzig though?
No, I'm Dadzig. I'm his papa.
I don't think I've ever heard one Danzig song, I'll be honest.
You've heard
Yes, you
Mother.
have.
Yeah. you
There's
know
no way you haven't played
You have
Guitar
heard-
Hero and heard Mother. Or
Everyone's
been in a
heard that
room with
song.
somebody playing Guitar Hero playing Mother.
Well, that's fair.
Or just me yelling, Mother!
That's probably what it was.
Which is basically the
Only
whole
heard
song.
Danzig songs sung by Spencer
Yeah.
in little bits.
To be fair, they all sound the same.
All right. I'm trying to figure out some things that are going on right now. Rob, what are you doing? I'm very interested in whatever process you're doing here.
Oh,
Um,
I was
Is
just working-
Rob tracing artwork? No, we said the dudes working traditionally could do loose thumbnails, guys.
I didn't have something when Roker was
so-
here.
what I just wanted Rob to explain a little bit about this process for anyone that is wondering. Like I'm wondering, this is not something I have seen.
He
Yeah.
finished the pages and he's just lightboxing all of them.
Right, I did in pencil. In pencil, I just kind of laid out everything, how the page is going to look, and then just a little Photoshop where I just went in and I'm going to redo that character, redo that stuff, and then I trace my layout, and this way I know where everything is going to be. So I do all of the nitty gritty. Like basically, this is my blueprint. So this way, I'm not trying to figure things out on the main page, because then that just leads to disaster, I find.
Yeah, less active thought process and just getting it done.
Right. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So this way, that's all laid out and finished, and now I know where everything's going to be, and then I'll start inking in a little bit. I'll keep this as reference on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Danzig is a hustler indeed. That's the whole thing too. Is like that's like capitalism 101, but what he pulled there is just like a dick move. Like you're either a man of your word or you aren't. Like you go back on that once, and that's just like that's the kind of dude you are. Yeah, that's enterprising individuals right there. Danzig just wanted to make that money. It's funny too, because if he like knew who Frege was or anything, it probably would have been a much different story. But Frege isn't the kind of dude to be like, "Do you know who I am?" Like even in like passing, like, "Hey man, like I worked on this, and this. You ever heard of him?"
Oh, I know.
He's too humble. I gotta say something. I've got something to say. I fucked your hamster today. That's one of the best Danzig riffs. Spencer does a great Danzig impression. If you get me really drunk and I heard a couple of the songs, I could probably bang out some Danzig, like no problem. That'd be a really easy Halloween next year. I just have to shave my beard and reveal that I have no chin under here. I'm all heart, no chin.
That would be disturbing.
I have the chin of an Irishman.
I don't know. Disturbing. Either that or you have a chin that looks like a ball sack. I mean, pick your choice.
It's very much just a chin. Like I've had multiple friends be like, I expected you to just have like a fist for a jaw. And that's not the case at all. I have a very dainty, soft jawline.
That works for you. That makes sense.
Yeah, like I look way less intimidating and way more innocent. Yeah, Beth, do not shave it. No. Yeah, she probably heard me through the wall.
She's like, I don't want to know.
Yeah, she knows. She dated me before I could even grow a beard.
When you were a baby man.
Yeah, I looked like a goblin, and then I just grew that Anchorman mustache out of nowhere. I hit like 25 and just had like the thickest like Ron Burgundy mustache. Yeah, I look
apparently you look 14. She's not into it.
I'm the fattest 14-year-old boy ever when I shave. I was gonna do my life cast for my head for the slasher stuff, but I'm like, I have to shave for that. So I'm kind of like putting it off. I'm going to have to at some point, but it's like this beard grows like fucking wildfire now. So like I'll shave and this thing will be back in like a month.
Actually,
send her to her parents for a week.
Yeah.
You could probably cover it with
no, like I need like the detail of my head and lips underneath. I know what I'm doing with life casting. If I have a giant beard in the way, a whole half of my face is going to have no detail other than wavy beard.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could try to flatten it down with a certain like hair wax product, and then put plastic wrap over it. Yeah.
I need like all the lip detail and everything, especially because I think I'm gonna be the guy that gets like de-skinned. But he like reaches up under my lip and then like peels the whole top of my head off of my skull.
There's always got to be one.
Yeah,
there has to be one.
A degloving, some might say. Jeff is supposed to be the double decapitation where he's peeing and he gets his big dong chopped off, and then in the reaction to getting his dong chopped off, he gets his head cut off.
Oh my dick.
Yeah, it's gonna be rad.
Is that gonna be the line? Oh my dick.
Yeah.
Oh my dick.
I told Jeff I wanted Buddy to like step out like in range of like view shot of seeing Jeff's dick. And so there's like this awkward moment where he steps out and Jeff's character is like, you get a good look, and then just dick swiped off with a machete. and then the like holy shit moment, and then head cut off.
Okay. Jeff, what does your wife think about all of this?
I mean, she's seen it, so
Yeah.
she wanted me to hide it, right?
No, I'm talking about the double head. What did she say about
the movie?
Yeah. I want to know what did she say?
She thinks it's cool.
I want to know what she said to you. Like, how did you bring this up to her? Did you say, "Hey, honey, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing this movie with Spencer, and I'm gonna get my dick cut off and then my head"? What do you think?
Haven't. I think she just found out listening to the show right now. I can hear her listening in the room. I'm waiting to hear like a smacking noise.
Right,
of her like throwing it against the wall.
He's like, you better really work that thing up before the shoot.
All right.
Oh,
let's
Spencer's
see what
making a
everyone
prosthetic, and he needs a perfect mold of mine.
They actually sell dick molds in sex stores.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Clone a Willy.
Yeah, Clone a Willy. That's what it's called. I saw it in Cosmopolitan magazine. I'm dead serious.
Clone a Willy?
Yeah, so your
It's
wife,
called a
so your
Clone a
wife
Willy.
doesn't miss you while you're on your business retreats.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
That's going to be the latest in the Geronimo series.
I'm gonna get one, but I'm gonna cast my fist.
Rob can hear his girlfriend listening in the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's hilarious.
Pizza.
Yeah, the Clone a Willy was like all the rage. We have like a really big sex shop like in town that's like a Walmart of sex shops. Like pretty much any deviant thing you can think of is inside this one building, and it's enormous. And it has no business being in a town like ours because we are not in like a big town or city or anything. So just
Well, you
sort of
gotta
like
do something out there, I
sticks
guess.
out
and I
like a
guess
sore thumb. I think it actually
go
might have
fuck.
gone out of business since COVID hit. But yeah, they like you're a big sex shop when you can afford like a wall of rubber fists. And
Oh my god.
yeah, like you have a rubber fist selection.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that a new perk.
Do they have like a, you know how they have a,
The Wirehead fist.
That would be
you know the
Wirehead
ring stores? You know how
that
ring
would-
stores have the ring sizer? Do they have that for, you know?
Yeah, for
this
fists.
sizes?
Find out your internal ring size.
That's it. The Wirehead fist.
Okay, evidently it is still there. Yeah, Rob, that would be rad.
That would be insane. And
The
I'm not joking.
the Wiromatic or something. You just like do a
Oh
rubber
my
fist,
God.
but we could seriously, no lie, Rob, casting an arm. The biggest thing is silicone is expensive, but that's something we could do like in house, no problem.
Oh, good. Good to know.
You don't even need a Clone a Willy. You need basically a corrugated cardboard tube and body double from Smooth On. You pour a bunch of fucking body double into it, or you could just do alginate if you just wanted to make it a one-off. But you use some sort of molding compound, fill that tube with the molding compound, and throw your arm down into it with whatever you want on it, and then let that mold cure. You pull your arm out, and then you powder it and fill it with silicone, and you have a rubber fist.
You gotta powder it.
Yeah, 'cause- well, if the mold's made of silicone and the cast you're making is made of silicone, and you don't powder it or put soap on it or something, silicone bonds to silicone, so it would just turn into a giant silicone brick. You wouldn't get like a positive out of it after the fact.
All right, good. We'll talk later.
But yeah, making a rubber fist, like I've literally
This is
been
the show,
working
Rob.
on. I've been working on this for
You're
just
not getting
doing,
away
like,
from this.
doing severed limbs and stuff. Oh man, I think that'd be hilarious. Do a fist of Blood Realm.
Cyphus, Lord Cyphus.
What about General Gorn's sword? His
Oh yeah,
sword arm.
sword
You
all
just
right.
make it weird shaped like that one we saw last night that Colin showed us for holding your weird.
Chico.
Yeah, for holding your Chico, you just make one that's like in the shape of holding a book. And you call it like the claw of Cyphus.
Oh my god, the claw of Cyphus. I'm for it.
It's like, yeah, it's a rubber fist you put in your butt, but it can also hold your book.
Spencer's got away with words.
And fist.
Fist of the North Star.
Rob just tries to explain his small business to his grandma. It's like, well, it's comic books.
But this other part of it, Graham.
Yeah.
Hi, Brenda.
I have one of those.
We're doing our 24-hour comic. We're actually into it now, too. Everybody's drawn a comic in 24 hours. It's real exciting stuff. We got Rob here.
Hello.
Jeff.
What up?
Flying already. Getting another page done. Red Koi Boy, Tyler.
Hey, Brenda.
That should be your handle, Koi Boy.
I like
Hey,
that.
Brenda.
Red Koi
I always
Boy.
mean to put that, but then I forget.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Nick. A lot of men with beautiful hands here.
But no Kevin.
Kayla with a whole lot of pizza.
Mhm.
Whole lot of pizza and no shame.
Exactly.
And me with absolutely nothing.
What do we, Spencer? What are you working on here?
A blank page, girl.
All right.
All the rage. Yeah,
So-
pizza so far is the best comic book.
Mhm.
What's up, Razmaz? My internet going absolutely ape shit right now. Yeah, so if I just drop out for some reason, guys, you know why. You know how to do it. Brenda, there are cats everywhere in these streams. I think almost everyone in here has at least a cat.
Yep.
I have
Mine
three.
are locked. Yeah, mine are locked out right now because they have a tendency to just come in here and beat the shit out of each other for an audience.
Didn't one give you a black eye last week?
Yeah, I got lucky enough. I didn't have a black eye. I just had like a scratch next to it, and that's pretty much healed up now. But I just had that feeling, and I haven't had that feeling in like 10, 15 years of like when I was a little kid and I got punched in the face and you have that like swollen feeling under your skin where you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be disgusting looking tomorrow. And I was like, I'm totally going to have a black eye. And that hasn't happened in ages. But it didn't happen. So I'm still good.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, I mean, I got a big, fat, padded head, and it's only gotten bigger, fatter, and more padded as the years have gone on. So,
Everything's turning up, Millhouse.
yeah, right. I really gotta give my fat head more credit.
I'm really kind of
Artsy?
surprised you don't get punched in the eye more, Spence.
Yeah, I should just have Beth be toughening me up. I've gotten really soft in this year in quarantine. That's the biggest. That's the saddest thing about all of this was right before quarantine started, I was signing up for a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym that is
sweet.
completely
I was gonna say
closed down
wax.
right
I
now.
thought so too. I was like, oh no.
No,
How flexible are you?
flexible enough to break necks. No, I just really got into wanting to beat ass, and we have a friend who has some connections and stuff in MMA and owns a gym out here, and they were looking for bigger guys who would actually take it seriously. And I was looking at
BJJ
potentially.
is cool.
Well, they
really
do
cool,
BJJ, striking, and a bunch of other shit, but they were looking for guys to sort of start getting into the amateur circuit around here.
Mhm.
I have a napkin.
But they had like absolutely no one like at my like basically the only guys I would have had to be able to like spar with there were other dudes that worked there.
The craziest thing though, like in BJJ, especially, like you'll find a 130-pound guy who can beat the brakes off you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, that
bigger
I'd be
dude. It's
fine, but like the
crazy.
striking and stuff like that, I would have been hard pressed for anyone to like get into a ring with me because a lot of the other dudes there are like it's not even like a weight class away from me. It's dudes like 5 weight classes outside of where I'm at. Like I'm a big fucking dude. Even if I were to drop weight and get back into like the best shape of my life again, I think that was probably like around 225, 230, and I'm still a big fucking dude.
Mhm.
All right. I want to just ask everyone what they're doing because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here.
include the word fist?
The answer is
We'll
yes
allow
and
it.
yes.
So let's see.
Let's not see.
Well, we're
Okay.
all seeing them right
let's
now. So.
let's not do that. I keep with these horrible slips.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not what I
Everybody-
meant, guys.
Step like a goose.
I'm trying to get back on task
Let's
here
not
and talk about this 24-hour comic. So
My
let's
Jewish
see what's
girlfriend in
going
the
on
other
here.
room, like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Like,
All right. So I want to go to Jeff's page right now because what he's working on is very interesting to me.
oh,
I like the
thanks,
perspective.
Kayla. That's not Jeff. Oh, and then I just removed Rob. That's hilarious. That's
No,
even better.
Rob's there. Rob,
No,
well, Rob was
yeah.
discussing what he was doing in the process. So,
No, I know, but I put Rob's screen up and then I removed him.
Oh my god.
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's because he has the best mic out of everyone. So
Do
this
I?
is, yep, you do. You sound like
I'm 230 right now. My
broadcaster.
fighting weight is 205.
Nice.
I've never legally fought. I'll say that much. I have fought, but I've never legally fought. I don't know what my weight would have been then. It was definitely a lot more when I was in shape around the 230 range. I could not imagine fighting at 205 though. Like, I look like an emaciated crackhead at 230. I'm not even kidding. At 230, that was like when Beth met me, and I looked like a bobblehead because my skull is still fucking gigantic. But
Now you just look like a well-fed crackhead.
yeah, now I just look like a proportional crackhead. But I lose weight, and I'm like really fucking tall, but I'm like built more like a fucking swimmer or something. It's really weird.
You
I have
bird
like
legs.
a Michael Phelps body. Yeah, well, Kayla's seen it too. I have the legs of like a prostitute.
He does.
I'm more leg.
I've always described you that way.
Yeah, I'm more leg than man.
I have the legs of a prostitute.
Yeah, I'm a real leggy broad. Dude,
He's sort of like a Wookiee, but with his legs are amazing.
a real sexy shaved Wookiee.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Pedrino, I can't even get started. I'm laughing too much because shit keeps popping up. Pedrino tagged me in a photo of what looks like Spanish me at a Danzig concert. That's amazing. And Jeff sent me a picture of a guy storming the Capitol that looked like my doppelganger. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Spence?
Yeah. Like, really, dude? You didn't call me? The coup of chuds. It's like, has anybody said that yet? Because that's just like a really funny term. I'm indifferent to it. Beth was like, pretty crazy day. I was like, I'm not shedding tears for politicians. Like,
That's the same thing I said to my wife.
yeah.
Like, I don't care about the politicians.
It's like, I'm just going to stay off the internet for the most part. Weird being wildly centrist. I also made a really bad joke that I then left in my drafts on Twitter because I was like, this will get me Twitter banned instantly. But I was like, well, that just Ruby Ridged half the country. And then I was like, drafts. Like,
Well, I think the saddest thing about everything that has occurred is seeing people fight online with each other. At the end of the day, politicians,
that's just gonna be
celebrities,
forever.
they adhere to a totally different set of rules than us. We
Hey,
are people.
Hey, we don't need to
So,
get
there's
into
no need
it.
for it.
Let's
There's no need
keep. We're
for it.
doing 24-hour comic
Yeah.
here. Let's have some fun.
I'm-
Jeez.
I'm making stupid jokes. I don't need any more manifestos. We know politicians suck.
I personally don't think that anybody's talked enough about it, so I would like to discuss it here if we can. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
I haven't heard
I
enough about.
personally would
Coup
like
of
to
Chuds,
discuss
though,
more
has
about
had me
these
dying.
comics, but
Yeah,
Kayla
that's
keeps
not
trying to
happening.
turn the conversation into the comics,
Jeff,
but I appreciate that.
is that a camper?
Is it a camper?
no, it's a treasure.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just trying to figure out where this location of a treasure chest is, and is there going to be a dragon?
I'm going.
No
I'm
dragon.
going blind. Evidently.
No dragon. It's in this castle, which I will be writing in.
Art
short-
C's just fishing for bitches in chat now. I could lift 5 drywall, 10 feet of drywall over my fucking head with one hand. I once saved a baby from a burning building. Call me. Sorry, Jeff.
No, you're all good.
I hope I get banned from Twitter.
It'll happen eventually.
Oh yeah, I mean it's coming for all of us.
Oh yeah.
I snap every couple of weeks and post a bunch of really cryptic shit and then just don't say anything other than nonsense for like a month. So everybody's like, wait, is this guy like a joke account or is he serious?
Both.
What's going on here? Man, Pete showed some cool shit on stream the other day.
I was gonna ask if any of you had been able to jump on that.
No, it's all I can think about. Yeah, I got in for the first half of the what's it called? The 15-year celebration.
Yeah.
Early in the day. I was trying to get into the second half, but my internet has just been a bastard all week.
Oh.
Like I was worried it was going to be a problem today, but got lucky.
Good for him, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's so cool. It's just like, congrats, dude. It's been fucking awesome being a part of it all this time. I love all the dudes I get to interact with every day. Dudes and dudettes alike, I should say.
You're always interacting with dudes.
Yeah, dude, I love the dudes. Hate girls. No.
God.
What am I doing?
Isn't that Jeff's tattoo?
Yeah. Woman hater. He's gonna get it on his hairline like Jared Leto's Joker. What's up,
The
Bara?
hairline.
I can't get a hairline tattoo. It'll be in a completely different place a year from now.
I just keep moving it back until it's in the middle of my head.
Just looks like, is that like a 3D tattoo? What is that? Like, I gotta wear some special glasses to read it? You could just get a stamp and stamp it on every day and no one will know.
That's what I do.
Stamp tattoos. Temporary.
Every time. Every day before Rob and I meet via Zoom and say, okay, so you've got the shaved head and the beard still and the glass? Perfect. All right. We'll just keep doing this thing.
Let's keep that going.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I still want to hear about what Jeff's drawing.
Yeah.
I am drawing. So this is the scene where the captain is telling the young squire about the castle they're marching to, and the treasure in the coffers, and about the evil Droger that guards it.
Ooh, it's very Skyrim. Mm.
What's
I've
a
wanted
trope?
to read that comic forever, Jeff. Seriously, I've wanted a good night comic for a long time. That's sick.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love Knights, but like you're right, I haven't seen any real Knight comics in a million years.
I have like 3 scripts saved in my Google Docs, like trying to start a night comic. I don't know when I'll ever do. I did one short story for an anthology that it was like an Edgar Allan Poe anthology, and I was just like, I don't know Edgar Allan Poe other than like the classic stories, but he had a poem, El Dorado, and it just made me think of knights. So I just did 5 pages of a knight surrounded by he's in like a ruined castle surrounded by all of his dead brothers of his order, and then he's about to basically take his own life, and then he looks at the horizon and he sees there's just this horde of monsters kind of flying down at him. So he puts his helmet back on. It's like his last stand. But it was only 5 pages. So it's I got to the cool part and I was done. So maybe I'll have to pick it up someday.
It still sounds cool. I like it.
It was only a disappointment.
Bullshitting things, bullshitting things.
All right, let's go swing around and see what Tyler's working on.
You're not my mom.
Actually, Spencer, she is.
No.
Oh, if you could see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my only full splash page for this. So basically, demons and archangels kind of. This is supposed to be his first time actually, like, now that he can see, he's like actually witnessing the battle that's happening on the spiritual plane, and it's all in his face, and he's kind of losing his mind from it. So.
That's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm really excited to see how your story is going to play out.
Thank you. Hopefully well.
The people will decide, everyone.
That's right.
The people will decide.
And the losers will be burned alive.
Wait, what?
That's fair. We knew that getting into this.
Yeah.
No,
At least Tyler
Oh my
read
God,
the contract.
Like, oh,
I have
this
so much to
seems
live
fair.
for.
I haven't had kids yet.
Yeah. I'm worried about the comic, but this is going to be fun. Hey, if it doesn't work out, we have it out for last year.
They killed a guy last year.
So I like this. Really reminds me like the art style of Poison Elves in a way.
I'm drawing a city right now that I couldn't possibly replicate for more than a panel.
What is the Poison Elves?
So Poison Elves was a comic book that was done in the early 90s by, I'm drawing a blank here. 1 second. Let me think of who. Don't I have copies of Poison Elves here someplace?
Copies?
Yeah. It's Drew Hayes that did it. It's about Lucifer. It's
Okay.
like a dark fantasy sword and sorcery comic book. It like started in 1991 and it ran until 2004.
It
But
sounds.
it's,
I mean, the title sounds familiar.
It's very gorgeous, but the art style that you have for this particular piece of work reminds me. It has elements of certain things in Poison Elves, and I like that a lot.
Cool.
So
I'll take it. Thank you.
yeah, you'd have to look into it. I mean, some of it they do have like he does have some very like sexual artwork in it, but it's not that. It's just the way that things are drawn within that story.
Mhm. Cool.
It's
Sometimes
worth
things
checking
gotta
out.
be sexy, Tyler.
Otherwise, I don't eat.
Yeah. Sexy or we starve.
Right, let's see what Ryan's working on.
No,
I'm just listing off names here.
I'm busy. That's Jeff. That's Ryan.
I am just kind of blasting through my layouts right now.
All right. Well,
Tell me more.
I don't know. Sorry.
tell me more.
I'm not really in
Exactly.
I'm not really in the.
No.
You had me at lay.
That's inappropriate, Nick. You went
Not
too
on
far.
this show.
Yeah, back to
You
the
went
rubber
too
fist.
far.
This is always inappropriate, Nick. Just so you know. There is no other Nick here.
Censored. Yeah, Ryan's not in a talking mood, Kayla. Don't you know?
No, I don't know. Because I'm not Jean Grey.
I can't read all your stupid minds.
You'd be
what's
so
up, Brandon?
disappointed if you could.
This is just my character entering the scene. I'm reworking a couple of the earlier pages slowly throughout these, I don't know, batches of hours that we're doing. So
okay.
This is sort of like the first time we're going to see his shirt with his logo and his belt with his crown on it. right before he starts a fight. So I'm going to lay this out, and then I'm going to lay out a fight scene right after this.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Kayla.
Let's go to what Nick is working on. Because Nick has another really unique, interesting concept, and I'm really curious to see how everything's going to play out within his book that he has coming out. So,
See if I can fix my camera that's taped onto the thing. Guess you can kind of see it, right? So,
yeah,
you know,
can see.
started this first page and got this guy, he's walking in the, it's like, in the Arctic kind of thing. He comes to like a magical kind of oasis. And then he's entering it here on these next 2 pages.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
And then he kind of works his way up to the building, and this guy opens it.
So very like interdimensional, would you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, it's interesting because I never gravitated towards this stuff when I was a kid and everything, but like the stuff I'm drawing for the other part of the story that I'm not doing here in the challenge, like, it's super trippy. Like, I mean, it's like Doctor Strange, like, in the, you know, interdimensional stuff. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, I'm all about it. Oh.
I just like drawing the stuff.
Well, there's so much that you can do with it. Just in general, when you're doing something that's like interdimensional, you can do so many different cool things with it, and you can put so many different like hidden symbols and stuff within it. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you're going to do and how color is going to play out, because you can do so much with color when you're doing things like this.
Yeah, and I pretty much decided between the first stream and this stream that for the intents of this challenge, I'm probably just going to do black and white, because if I try and do color for the whole thing, I'm not going to get done. So
Smart.
But
Nick,
it
when
will be
you're-
colored.
Choose your battles.
I was going to
Nick,
say, will
when
you
you're-
eventually color it? You answered it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
That's okay. Nick, when you're coloring Red Koi pages, I feel like you're always adding like really subtle layers and things to give it kind of that extra creepy vibe in the colors and stuff. I'm not making that up, right? You do that.
Sure. Yeah.
I add tons to your work. No one else does it like I do.
He's the secret weapon.
I guess a little bit with your stuff, Tyler. Your stuff's the hardest stuff to color.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Because, well, and that's why I love it, though. I mean, obviously, I love your work, and I love your ink washes and everything. But it always presents a challenge, because you have such subtleties in your ink washes, and a lot of the other stuff I get is really just black and white, and I'm adding color. But you've already added the tones and stuff. So, I mean, just sometimes I'm trying to... I'm always
Fix
thinking a
my
lot
mistakes.
about... No. I'm always thinking about the focal point.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to get the colors to benefit the focal point of the panel and the pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I think actually with your work, when I'm trying to do that, and I kind of add some, like I'll add like a glow dodge or whatever, like it just adds to kind of that creepy aspect. Like it just works.
Yeah, you give it something, and when I found out that you were that into like the mystical art and imagery and things like that, I was like, maybe that's the thing that he does, that when I get the pages back, I'm like, it didn't look that good when I sent it to him, so this is definitely something way better that he's returned to me.
Using black magic on you.
Yeah.
I need to call an old priest and a young priest.
And a virgin for a sacrifice?
You go help your local witch doctor on your next book.
It's interesting, really, because everything I color kind of just comes out differently. Like, I feel like I don't have a color style, because I don't know. And it would make sense if, you had a plan. Like you think like guys have a plan. Like I got no plan. Like I just
God, I wish I had a plan.
You kind of just wing it and do what you feel.
pretty
So-
much. I'm just following the muse.
That's me. Just kidding.
I actually have your burlesque photos that you sent me. I have them taped right here on the monitor. So.
I sent those only to you and to a few other people, but no.
And that's why I didn't share them on the internet.
Mine are blown up on my wall right now.
The world's not ready.
Took them to Staples.
I took them to Staples and blew them up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had like a 8 foot by 12 foot banner made.
All modest. Like, yeah, could I get this by like 2 feet by 3 feet and as in as vivid a color as you could make it?
They're like, it's in black and white.
Yeah, just do what I asked, lady.
Yeah.
Mine glows in the dark.
Just make the guy naked and huge. All right.
I'm not here for
colorize
your
it.
opinions.
Do you feel that it's going to be do you feel that it's going to be harder to color your own work because you have like a certain expectation of what you want to put out for something that's completely yours?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I
was just
color my
wondering.
stuff. Yeah. I color my stuff and yeah. And I'm like, this is dog shit. It's not good enough. Hence the reason I've never published any of my own work yet. Because it's never good enough.
Selfish. You gotta share that.
It's true.
Yeah, you bastard.
Especially since you created a sweet bounty hunter for Samurex.
Damn right.
So.
Yeah, and to answer Brenda from earlier about the cats, the closest thing I have to a cat is that cat I drew on Geronimo's stream. So
That's right.
A sad story.
Magic happens on Geronimo Draws.
Yeah, Nick's first cat was an illustrated one.
actually, I'm sort of lying a little bit. Technically, I have a cat, but once upon a time,
He just doesn't feed it.
Yeah, I was kind of like, where's
that
this
is
going?
correct. That is correct. I do not feed it. My mother feeds it because it lives at her house.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go. Spencer, what are we working on? Are we getting work done? What are we doing?
No, we're not getting work done at all. I'm doing dumb things I shouldn't have done.
like porn.
Aren't you painting this thing, dude?
He's
Yeah.
using the Clona Willy, I think, guys.
Yeah, I'm cloning my wiener.
He's gonna
No,
go
Something
for
more
that.
important came up.
I'm
He's
doing
gonna go for
things I never should have done, but I'm
Picasso thing.
challenging myself.
What is the challenge here for you right now, Spencer?
Everything. I
Okay.
wouldn't have it any other way.
Such nice straight lines.
Yeah, I'm doing some perspective things right now that I shouldn't have done. But we'll figure it out.
So, are a lot of people in general for this challenge basically challenging themselves to do things that are typically out of the box for you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
The panel restriction that I have, because most of my pages are just gonna be that kind of like 3-panel repetitive grid, which Scott Morse, a creator who I really like, he did that in a ton of his early graphic novels, and I always thought it was cool to kind of place that limit on yourself and then see how you can work within it. I did allow myself the one splash page, but I mean, other than that, not really doing anything different than my normal process.
All right. Is anyone doing
fallback.
anything completely different than what they normally do?
Yeah, I'm doing a fully fucking painted comic after not having done comics since like high school.
I guess that counts. We'll allow that.
Fuck me.
So, are you gonna finger paint it? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm getting gooey with it.
I'm kidding.
Oh my god. That'd be hilarious.
If
That's what I
anybody
should've
showed
done.
up here and said they were going to finger paint their comic, it would be Spencer, though. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
right.
It would
Let's
I would
fucking do
actually
this,
probably
boys.
be me because I have no artistic talent whatsoever. So I'd probably just do my story like that.
I finger paint sometimes in my book to add texture.
I was
It's a
just going to
thing.
say that. I was literally just going to say I finger
Sean
paint.
Murphy inspired all of us to steal it from him.
Well, not he didn't inspire me, but
pay as a tribute.
Rob's like,
yeah,
fuck
he
that,
didn't
dude.
inspire me or all the other before him. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. I didn't know it was a sore subject.
Sean Gordon Murphy invented putting fingerprints
just
in art.
I would love
Very
to
finger,
know
Ryan.
who out of
Sore
like
subject.
within the comic industry, who is the person that inspired all of you guys to get into working with comic books and wanting to create a story? Was there a particular story anyone read that stuck out to them that
Ron
inspired your
Jeremy.
work?
That guy could tell a story with his dong.
James O'Barr, The Crow.
The Crow.
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good one.
Yeah. His artwork and his
I can see
story.
that in your DNA, Rob.
Yeah. That
You
was
sad boy.
yeah, that was a big one. The way he drew it, the way he laid out the page, doesn't really follow your typical comic rules. I'm doing that with air
So what else
quotes.
is going on?
Yeah. So that's what I love about that book.
Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous book. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually really glad they didn't redo that movie either. The comic is obviously.
Give them time.
They were gonna have Jason Momoa do it, so.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
What
At
book?
at one point too, it was the dude who was from Dracula Untold.
Oh yeah.
Luke
what's his
Evans
name?
or whatever the hell his name is.
Is it Luke Evans? It might be.
Did you know he's gay?
I think he is.
He just came out this year.
Good for
Yeah.
him.
What about chat? So Phoenix
Lam it
Animation
up, boy.
said he just got home from dinner and he can finally continue writing Engineer. So I wonder, everyone in chat that's participating in this, what do you guys at the current moment, if you have a time to comment about it before you post this evening or tomorrow? Let's see.
I'm not hearing what's going on. Sorry.
I was just asking the chat for the people that are participating in this
perfect.
challenge. What is going on with them? How's the progress basically going on what they're working on? Before obviously they post it either this evening or tomorrow. Writers and artists, whoever is participating in whatever part of the challenge they choose. So Rex Doom is currently writing some notes to go off of at the moment. So like little bullet point notes or full on notes.
Let's see here.
Ryan, who was your biggest inking influence? Never mind.
Sorry, what was that? Was that a question directed at me?
Yeah, I said. So, who is your biggest inking influence?
Probably Terry Austin and Kevin Nolan.
Nolan is dope.
Yeah.
Nolan rock.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going back to the chat for a second. So look, I have my avatar up, so thank you so much. I'm very appreciative for that. But he says he's drawing a double page spread, and he's never done that before. So, I mean, I'm actually surprised by that because when I saw what you posted last week after the challenge started, I was very, very impressed what you put out. I'm surprised nobody has picked you up to work with you on anything, to be completely honest. So, let's see.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Colin El
Our boy
Padrino.
Padrino,
I
Padrino.
think he is phenomenally talented.
the young gun in chat. I think he's one of the younger dudes in here, and he's just killing it.
Like, I don't know if you guys noticed what he posted for the challenge, like what he was working on last week, but to me, it was phenomenal. I loved everything about it. I think he is very, very talented.
No, we didn't look at any
whatever
of that.
he's well, you guys all did look at it, but I don't know if you remember looking at it. But I just think he's phenomenally talented, and I'm very surprised no one's picked him up to work with him yet on anything. So let's see. Colin is drawing his house. He's telling a story in the visual first person, and it's stressing him out because he's not very good at getting the most out of Procreate. Does anyone have any tips that could possibly help Colin about Procreate?
Keep it loose. Not with
Right.
Procreate, just in general.
That's Ryan's territory.
Just keep it loose.
I mean, that's a broad, like.
Yeah,
what-
so Colin, what is it about Procreate
Yeah.
that you feel that you're not getting the most out of?
Like,
And then we can
ask-
possibly help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's Procreate? Just kidding.
No, you aren't.
So
No, I'm
before we
not.
get
I've never
back to
used it.
that, or someone answer you, Rex's bullet points, he said he's kind of doing this thing on the spot. I to write like that, but I'm always told to make bullet points, that it'll be easier to expand on those ideas. That's one thing that I've been told. So that may work for you, but everybody is individual and everyone processes things differently. I still have to try the bullet pointing out a little bit better because I tend to write paragraphs for an idea. William C. is penciling pages based off of the sketched thumbnails.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. He said there's only one tip that Colin needs. Get good. Everything past last line at the just I like.
Yo, quit being a bitch, Gamble. That's brutal.
El Padrino. So I'm very interested in Colin. Isn't your wife, is she participating in this? I thought I saw her. Hold on.
Yeah, she is in chat.
Okay, there she is. She said she can write for funds a little, like for funsies a little bit, but has never written a comic script. I as well. I'm actually in the process of learning the art of comic scripting. I would say the best thing that you can do is read this book, Words for Pictures. That's
Read
the one
more
that,
comics.
and read more comics as well. It depends. So I would, if you are looking to do like a more traditional comic book, I would stay away from things that are like Neil Gaiman because it's more writing than what would be considered like a traditional comic book because he has paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs in his work. And
You can just say boring.
I actually, you know what? I like it, so I can't. I can't. I like.
Did
I
any
like
of
his
you-
style because I'm a reader. So
Did any of you ever read Sid Field's screenplay book?
I actually
Uh,
think.
Wait.
Spence, can you just quickly
Yes, I
show
have
the
it
whole
right here.
group? I want to see.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh yeah, am I still on one person? My bad, guys. I got
Yeah.
all honed in on. Oh, I'm still on me like an asshole.
I got it.
No,
It's a good
you're
book.
a special guy. Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
I think that was
this
the
is,
best one I read for help writing or learning how to write.
Foundations of screenwriting.
in a
There you
in a
go.
class that I'm taking. We are actually. I have to get this book for school for one of the classes I'm taking this semester. So that's
The Sid Field book?
yeah for one of the
Cool.
like one of the writing classes I'm in.
It's an
I have to get
entertaining
the-
read.
Newly revised and updated book because the book I believe originally came out in 1979 or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. It's a step-by-step guide from the concept to finished scripting is what it was described as in school. So
Yeah.
that's interesting you said that. So that should probably help me with the comic stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I have the updated one too. He talks about like the movie Collateral and stuff. It's pretty
that's
sweet.
the one.
Collateral rips.
Yeah, it's a sweet movie. He agrees.
Yeah, that's a really tight script too. Michael Mann kicks dick.
I don't think it was
It's hard.
the man that wrote the script. It was Stuart.
No,
I
I'm
think.
just saying like Michael Mann kicks dick, and that's one of his movies. But it is a tight script. Those were just two different statements.
It's actually pretty cool to kick dicks in Hollywood.
Yeah,
They're all
people
about it.
people love that shit.
Oh, I have a question for Colin and Tash here. So are you guys? I'm surprised you guys aren't working together on a project. Are you guys having like a competition with each other? Like as a couple? Like, because I know some couples like to compete with each other on things.
Uh-oh.
No, it's all in good fun. So,
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is
No.
it?
There's a reason why.
or is it, Colin, get you interested in this because you're an avid reader and yeah, you guys are in a contest with each other. She's gonna win, she says. So yes, they're kind of competing against each other, which I like that idea as a couple. They're challenging each other, and in the end, that's gonna make them both grow in whatever area that they want to grow. And Colin's very limited with art, so I wasn't going to cut her grass, as it were. What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Think about
Is
it.
that I don't know.
It's an Australian
You got it.
I was gonna
You
say it
got
must be an
It's all
Australian thing. I'm here because he would talk about this 24 hours thing for weeks. I figured I might as well join in. Yeah, I
Hell
guess
yeah. That's a
I
rad
think
way.
it's awesome that you joined in.
Why do I do this shit to myself?
I'm interested in the two of you who is gonna do the better work. Oh, Rob, that looks phenomenal. Holy shit.
Oh, thank you.
And
Yeah.
Jeff, I don't know what that is right there, but I like that too.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Thank you.
It's like a Leviathan kind of
This is the hilt of the sword in the story.
on the sword. Wow, the detail is phenomenal. I love that.
Thank you.
And Rob, I didn't expect that to how like what you were doing. I didn't expect that to come out looking like that. I thought it was going to be like pretty much
Crap.
the same exact. Oh, I thought it was gonna be pretty much the same exact thing that you're using for reference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Rob, what was your story about again? Because
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know if
because you weren't here last week, so
yeah, so I did the cover. So it's about this young girl who lives with her aunt, who is a witch, and she's a bit of a troublemaker, and she's very lonely. So this little bunny here is like her best friend. I did the cover already because we were allowed to do the cover. So
oh, I love that.
thank you. And basically, she works her way up into the attic of her aunt's house, and she uses this ancient book to try and bring her little buddy to life, this stuffed animal, but she inadvertently releases these three spirits, these evil spirits that the aunt had imprisoned. And now she released them, and she has to try and recapture them before her aunt comes home. And she uses all of her aunt's like witchcraft
Is
stuff.
everybody else able to hear Rob? Is it just me?
Can't hear me?
You can't hear Rob?
I can't hear him at all.
That's amazing.
I
Gotta love
I
StreamYard.
couldn't hear him either for a second. All of a sudden, StreamYard made everyone black out.
Yeah, I can hear
I can hear Rob
So
fine.
I heard Rob. The last thing I heard you say was
I heard him
she
perfect
went
the whole time.
into
I did too.
the
All
attic.
right, whatever, you guys. Okay,
to-
whatever.
Yeah, so Kayla and Tyler suck it. Rob, keep going.
I don't know. Where did I leave off?
Can you guys hear him now?
Not
So,
at all. Not
I
a
can
word.
hear
Hello?
him now. Yeah, it was just
All
my
right.
whole
Hang on a second.
StreamYard. Just
Can
How
you
about
hear me?
now?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you.
Okay.
Tyler?
I heard you say
I
that
can hear
that-
you, but I've been able to hear you. I can't hear Rob.
Yeah, I don't know
And I
what's
can
going
hear-
here. I'm gonna pull you out real quick, Tyler, and put you back
Huh.
in and see if that fixes it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
No? No Rob or Tyler?
Hello?
Rob, you talking?
I am talking.
Nope. That's
Nope,
fine. I
nothing.
don't want to be a distraction.
Oh,
man.
bummer.
All right.
So,
So you got to the part where you
it's
went
just a
to
StreamYard
bring
bug.
her friend back to life, and like a
Right,
little
yeah.
stuffed friend or whatever it was,
Right,
a
and she
stuffed
goes up
friend
to
or
her.
doll.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's like a little rabbit guy, and she uses her aunt's magic book and to bring it to life, but she inadvertently releases these three demons that her aunt had imprisoned. So now she's got to recapture them before her aunt comes home and everything like that.
Oh, that's a really cool concept. That's actually something that would sell out here in Salem really well around October.
Yeah, I feel
just
like
the
it
art
would.
style in itself too that you have.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I'm going for like a little bit like a
Yeah,
Edward Gorey, Tim Burton-esque vibe.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And that's definitely what you are conveying. So
Oh,
well
cool.
done. Very
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you very much.
This is good for now.
Spencer, did you just have a fuck it moment? Like you're like, this is good for now.
Yeah, I'm moving. Well, because I only need to loosely know what I'm doing, and then a lot of it's going to come together in the painting and the inking in the end. So if I waste too much time on it, it's already been an hour. So
Artsy
we're now
is,
4 hours in, and I'm a page in. Like,
all right, so I'll take over some talking so you can focus on work because it's 9:10 right now. And what time are we ending tonight? 11?
11.
15?
Yeah, we're about
11.
an hour in.
So
Like
we're
11,
an
15,
hour.
yeah, because we got the 15-minute grace period.
Yeah, we're
I only hear
over
meowing.
an hour in. So Artsy Designs really wants you to speak tonight, Ryan. Like, Ryan, you're being requested to speak
Everybody's
right now.
here to learn from Ryan more than anything, and Ryan's just trying to get work done. Oh, I love that fucking
That
panel,
face
dude.
palm is awesome. That's
Yeah,
sick.
I was about to say. Ryan, I don't know if Ryan knows he's muted or
love
not
that.
still.
Yeah. So this is the start of the fight. The page before this, they're going to be charging at each other, and our man's going to grab this guy by the face. He's going to slam him down into the ground, back of the head into the ground. Another bad guy is going to jump at our dude, who's still holding the guy by the face, who then he's going to take that dude and smash him in the face with the other guy's head, which is all smashed open. So this is going to have this guy's brains and bits smashing this guy's face. And so our hero takes out the first two guys without even throwing a punch.
Excellent.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's going to be fun.
It's violent.
It's going to be brutal.
I like it.
It starts, this is the light. This is the light fight. It's going to build up as we go. So, but yeah, this is a fun page. Glad you guys dig it.
That top panel there, I love that. Just a hand to the face. Like, shut up.
Yeah, it'll feel more impactful too with the previous panel where they're charging at each other, and our hero has this hand pulled back. So then this is him just fully reeling it forward and slamming the guy right in the face.
Awesome.
So my thought is that this actually kills the guy. This move breaks his neck and kills him, and the slam to the ground is just the aftermath. That's just.
It could break his
And now
neck,
he's-
or hear me out on this, right?
Okay.
It could be like his nose bone stabs his brain.
Oh yeah,
Think
it
about
could
it.
get real messy in here. Like I could
Yeah,
have a big old like blood like. Oh yeah, shooting past.
Well,
His,
Yeah,
like
yeah, something like that
maybe
could
his
work.
eyeball pops out forward through the fingers.
Starting to act up on my side over here, so everything's pixel. Yeah, like that, something like that. It's really cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing the robot for you.
Artsy Designs is really happy that you're sharing your stuff right now. He said, "Thank you, Ryan." Well, thanks, Ryan.
Hey, almost anything for Artsy.
He's now going to request nudes.
Is
We all
that
get to
set
that
up on the
point with
Patreon?
Ryan.
Is that on the Patreon
Yeah.
yet, Spencer, or not yet?
Tasteful nudes of the art dudes.
Get in line, everybody.
Cool nudes.
I think, you know what, that's going to be a project that I'm going to contact Beth about. Beth's going to do all the photography. We're going to make it a
Oh.
calendar.
We've already talked about it. There'll be a Death Cart calendar.
I got bad news. Mine are never tasteful.
So let's see, Spencer, you'll be in some kind of fishnets because your legs are so long.
Yeah, I gotta show off the legs.
Per usual.
Leguary.
Leguary.
February.
Start-
Get outta here.
Start the year off fine.
Right. It's gonna be a
February.
long one.
Consult my notes. Oh, am I still the main screen? Sorry, everybody.
Oh, it's all good. I'm consulting other fun comics that are better than mine. Just staring at them.
Like,
He's like, I
literally
read
shopping
24
my
hours.
face. Well, I was shopping
I
my.
read 24 pages.
I was like, I'm gonna take myself off the screen while I shove my face, so no one has to watch me eat like a slob as I rotate between pizzas and Slim Jim. So
You're a
like-
bad woman.
Jeff, can we go to Jeff real quick? I'm very interested in the sword that he drew. It's freaking sick.
Hang on, let me get to it. There's so many fucking names now. StreamYard like loses its mind.
That is so cool. And I just love the detailing.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks, dude.
That is
It's not
sick.
enough energy in that first page. I'm gonna have to re-fucking do it. It's too
So that's
rigid.
like a broadsword. That's like a broadsword, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's, like
what kind of
it's based on like a
describe
Viking
that
sword,
as?
but like I made some little changes.
more for a
to it,
man.
But in the story,
Oh,
the
yeah.
sword, that's where the name of the story comes. The rotted sword is that the sword is like magic, and whoever has the sword, it will reveal like if they're a good, like if they're a good person or a bad person. So if they're like a good person, it'll shine, and if they're a bad person, it will rot and decay.
That's awesome. I love that concept.
So this is like the scene where
I'm excited.
The captain is like describing the sword and what it is and stuff.
Who's carving?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is that super
Yeah, it
loud to
sounds
anyone
like
else?
Abruptly.
Sounds like somebody's
Yeah.
scribbling on their screen.
Who would do such
What
a
made
thing?
you? What made you
Nick.
come up with the concept
Kind
for
of
the sword?
monster.
Like the sword, basically, like just how you said, like it rots. For like,
It just kind of came
Like-
about when I was just like writing the story. Like I was trying to design a cool looking sword for the bad guy, and I got an idea for this. I don't want to give anything away just yet, but I got this idea for the ending of the story,
okay,
and so I
we'll leave it.
incorporating
We'll leave it
into
at that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Him
We'll
and the
leave it-
Wraith, they
let's
just
not like
start
that.
making out like hardcore.
So hardcore.
They're like kissing, and there's like love can bloom on a battlefield.
That's how City of Rot ends, doesn't it? Just
Yeah.
ended it. I knew it.
People are gonna be
That's how
pissed.
City of Rot begins.
Gonna
What are you
end.
talking
Gonna
about?
end with,
How it begins.
I'm just gonna spoil the ending. It ends with zombie sex.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Some
a porno.
necrophilia.
We're gonna have so many refunds.
It's gonna end with necrophilia.
Yeah, we're getting refunded tonight.
Huh.
Ugh.
I highly doubt it. I'm like dying to open up this box today, but I'm gonna wait
Box.
as I want to read the book. I haven't read it yet.
You can just do a genuine unboxing right now, live.
No, because I'm not taking anything away off of the 24-hour comic
Yeah, I'm
talk
just
stream.
fucking around.
But on one of the streams this weekend.
Good on you
Catherine-
for not going for my bait.
No, hey, you know what? I think I became smarter within the past
Well, let's not push it.
7 days. Maybe hour.
Getting a little big for your britches there.
Yeah, we're kicking her out.
You know what? You sexist motherfuckers. No. It's because I have a
Uh-oh.
vagina, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I don't know. Is that thing connected to your brain?
I was going to make a comment, but I'm just going to stop.
Yeah, let's not get ourselves in too much trouble tonight.
Back to the Washington topic.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to crafting. Hell yeah! Take care, Brenda. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your crafting.
Thanks, Brenda.
Thanks, Brenda.
Bye,
Keep
Brenda.
sending me those cat memes, Brenda.
Yeah,
Hey,
they've never
so
had such a
Brenda.
sale before.
Cats are
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
cool.
hoping it's like a positive thing, and they're not selling because things are hurting. Because a bunch of their stuff sells out usually, but it's weird. They get like waves where like I'm hearing about them everywhere, and people are checking them out, and then nothing for a really long time. But I think it's just because they do very limited releases and they do what they want to do. I've actually talked to those guys a couple of times.
Who's this? Who?
Ebon Press.
Oh, okay, all right.
I've talked to those dudes a couple of times and hit them up originally about like way back in the day about getting Camp Rainbow in there before we were ever even with Alterna. I talked to them and they kind of do their own thing, which is why I'm not writing for them. But we've talked here and there, and I've read some of their stuff. It's solid stuff, and they're sort of doing something that wouldn't really fly on most shelves. If you're into really extreme horror stuff, it is a step above a lot of the shit you're gonna find in stores.
Oh, let me show the dudes. I know you're not finished with it, but let me show the dudes.
So forceful.
I am. So Ed's
Oh my
been doing
God.
a little drawing here.
Rex, I love necrophilia. Do you get so frustrated when they're cremated?
I don't know if this, like, I can never do the perspective right.
Hang on, Kayla. Let me share your
I'm
screen.
trying to get the glare.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's been
Whoa.
working. Yeah.
What a hack.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
I like, obviously I'm like giving my
That looks like
input.
some
and
like Magic the Gathering shit. That's rad.
it does look like the gathering stuff,
Yeah, it looks
actually,
like
when you
some
put it
card
that
art.
way.
Make that money.
The only thing, you know what I'm going to say.
That's what you got to do, Ed. You just got to start selling all of
could you
your,
show it
your
again?
tattoo art to Magic
Yeah.
the Gathering.
I couldn't
So.
see it before.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Some
sweet.
glare, though. Yeah. So I had my comments. He took my comments good. So
Yeah.
it's just the tongue again. The tongue isn't right.
So sassy. It's an alien tongue, and Kayla's like, it ain't right.
No, it's because
I've seen these creatures in the wild before.
See,
Their
like,
tongues
here?
don't look like this.
see how thick it is, like right there at the base, and then for it to be that thin there, I feel like this here it needs to be like a little bit wider.
You got to look at venom tongues.
But I see kind of like more snakish than like Dino Kaiju thing.
Do I have to draw backgrounds?
Like if you made this, like just thicken it right here, like to this point. So see this, like, see this point? Can I do this like without fucking it up, like that? Like see right there to there, like thicken that there, because you can erase it, right? Yeah. That's like the
Oh,
only
you wild
thing.
woman.
Well,
Kayla, never draw on another man's iPod.
Yeah, you would
I
get
do it all
judo
the
chopped
time.
in this house. Oh my god. Holy shit. Such patience, that man.
Well, all he has to do is hit undo.
Yeah, on your existence.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I give great advice. Okay.
Yeah, I did not know that's where that was going.
Yeah.
Did I not give you great advice with this? Yeah, he's saying yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure. As he walks
No.
out of the room.
No, he wouldn't lie. No, he's sitting over there just drawing.
I'm just fucking her.
At least he
Ed just
can
gets
take.
up and leaves.
At least he can take my criticism. A lot of people cannot take my criticism, but I guarantee. Yes, exactly. Now, what do you think? Look at the perspective of
Yeah,
it.
every time I send Jeff notes, he cries.
Now let me show them.
He's like, no.
No, he said
I don't wanna.
Shut up.
I don't
so.
wanna play no more.
See the tongue now? You probably don't remember how it looked before.
I
but
was gonna say I
really-
didn't even see that it had a tongue the first time. That might have been
Well,
in the
because
glare.
because it was too thin. It was really pointy and it was wide, like
It
wider
looks
in the
cool
back.
either way.
Portion. Yeah, it looks awesome. I just am a sucker for little details. What is
I
this
had no
thing
idea.
here? Oh, okay. Because I was like, "What's that?" Oh, so you're just gonna put like a mushroom there? Yeah, that'll be awesome.
It's my excuse to get away from doing more background.
Yeah, because then because you don't have to do as much background when you do that because it'll take up some room.
I feel that. That's where I'm at right now. Less backgrounds.
I mean, honestly, I'm really treating, the exception of the undo, I'm really treating it.
Yeah, like an acrylic. He's treating it this like piece that he's doing like more like an acrylic painting than anything. That's what he said. With the exception of the undo. Yeah.
My heart stopped watching that. Yeah, Beth is like, if I did that to Spencer, I would just like throw myself out a window and never come back. Did you really
that's on
just
you.
draw on that? Ah!
No, all I did was make a little line.
Isn't it digital?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What's the matter if
digital.
It's digital. Yeah, what's the matter?
He can just hit undo. That's exactly why
Yeah.
he don't give a shit. Exactly.
Yeah, that's just,
They think I'm being.
You're so mean, Kayla.
I'm always so mean. I know.
Yeah, jeez.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Give the dude a break here.
I was just busting on you, Kayla.
I was not.
No,
You're in trouble.
Spencer was not. He's always like, meh, 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 meh.
That's exactly
Come
what I
on.
hear.
I
when
had
he
to say to
talks.
her. Had to say to her the other day, "Why do you make me bully you?"
I don't make it. First of all, I don't you bully me. You just bully me. It's like, hey, come on and talk. Every time you try to talk, I will talk over you. Like,
Yeah, it's a
Coming
competition.
out now.
I feel like I get a
Now you know how
flag.
Jeff feels.
Well, Beth just said that's what the apartment sounds like every day living with you. Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah. Meh, 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 meh. Well, I mean, that's what
That's
Beth
a
hears
Connecticut
whenever
accent.
it's talking comics. I really
Oh,
should
yeah.
have done more layouts and less drinking early on, but this is going to come together in the end.
Now, what lesson have you learned?
Nothing, dude. I don't learn things.
Less
That's
whiskey,
the show, Nick.
more dry.
Yeah. If you'd been here more, you'd understand. This is not a place for lessons.
I learn something though every time I'm on with you guys. I definitely do
Nothing
learn something.
useful.
You're incorrect because every time I get an opportunity to learn something, I win. It's only losing when I don't learn something.
Learning is half the battle.
Exactly.
It's annoying.
I want to go to what Nick's
Yeah,
working
how
on
do you know
now.
things, Jeff? How do you know things? You learn them,
Apparently, you didn't learn from the commercials.
okay? No, I didn't remember.
You didn't watch G.I. Joe?
No, that's bad stuff.
I thought that was in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it is.
Can we flip to Nick real quick? I really like what he's doing with these orbs, or
Flip
I'm
Nick
not sure if
switch?
they're orbs. Yeah, are those orbs? What are those? That's really
Yes. So the idea is that the light in this cave or whatever where this green lush area is lit by these orbs since it's
okay.
in a cave and there's no sun.
I love that.
Magical orbs.
Looks rad.
That does look really rad.
Oh, really small.
Little magical orbs.
Okay. But it's Tyler. Tyler, we can't see what you're working on. So I'm curious to see what you're working on.
Oh, am I out of the camera again?
Yeah. I can see your laptop, and now I can see you're penciling some stuff here. You have your
Yeah.
idea on your.
We see your toes.
Oh, no. No feet. No feet. If someone wants to start a foot thing, please create your own OnlyFans, because I don't do feet.
Wow.
I can't see my own
I
camera.
don't. I hate feet. That was like the one thing about The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series that I had to try not to look at the feet. I have this thing with feet. I just can't.
I don't know how you got through it.
All right, I'll put my shoes on.
Didn't look
Is my
down.
camera going crazy?
I just did the Rob Liefeld angle where I look up. Like I looked up. I pretended that the feet weren't existent. Like
Wow.
So on my end, my camera's like going crazy. Everyone looks like
Okay.
they're twitching uncontrollably. Can you see what I'm doing now?
Yep,
Or
I
you
can
the
see what
page
you're
now?
doing now.
All the technical difficulty we're having tonight.
So
I'm
it's a
just
little,
trying
it's a
to-
little light, but
Yeah, I just go light to get the shapes right, then I'll go darker. But just trying to get the shape. This is just going to be a bear rising from the shadows,
ooh,
like a
really
massive
cool.
bear.
Like a spirit
I
bear.
Wait, what?
No,
Bear?
like a evil bear.
Oh, like an evil bear.
Like- Well, like all the predatory creatures.
Oh
kind
my
of come
god.
out. What?
Oh
What?
my god, you do not have web toes. No, Tash, you do? I bet you're a
Oh,
really good
jeez.
swimmer.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. The only thing I can think is like you must be a really good swimmer. Like if you got web feet. I mean, and you guys are in Australia, so I'd be like down in the Great Barrier. Yeah, that's in Australia, Great Barrier Reef. I'd be down there snorkeling. I wouldn't need flippers then, I guess. But I just can't do feet. Oh my god, I can't do feet.
I just wrote in 3 pages of feet into my comic.
Oh,
My
god,
story's
I'm gonna have
changing
to.
drastically
I'm
to
gonna
accommodate
have
all
to
the
take
feet.
off like 3 points for that. Ugh.
Actually, Kayla, my first page has like crucified feet in one of the panels, so you could see feet with nails through it.
Well, that's like it's not like just a close up foot. I'm talking about like just a foot.
All right,
She's
fine.
alright with feet getting destroyed.
I'm okay with the feet getting destroyed. Or I have some PTSD from dance class from a teacher I had when I was like 5 that
Oh God.
she took off like her ballet shoes to do toe stretches,
Whoa.
and her feet were throwing up gang signs. They had corns, bunions,
Oh my god.
broken toenails, bruises, you name it. It traumatized me. I just have hated feet ever since. So,
Ballerinas are hardcore, man.
oh yeah, I've, and they don't really sprains or anything. It's like tape your feet and put your point shoes back on, deal with it, ice them. So, I was a ballerina for a very long time.
Oh.
Actually. Yeah. And Kevin's not with us tonight, but he's probably like already done. Like with the rate he was working at last week.
Yeah, right.
Him and I think Jeff and Kevin work probably the fastest out of you guys, from what I've known.
Yeah, but I'm going super loose on this stuff, so.
digital bastards.
Digital bastards.
Definitely gonna do some loose layouts before the next one so I can get caught up to you guys, but I'm like getting
It's probably wise, my friend.
shit
Oh, yeah.
scared away now. This week has just been fucking wacky, like not even all the political shit going on. Like I've had so much like family shit going on that came out of nowhere, like a nephew being born and Nana's got medical issues. It's been fucking a wild week. Or couple of weeks, I should say, at this point, but I'll catch back up to you. Once I get into all the pages of just the monster shit, it's gonna be really easy too, because a lot of that's just like painting gore.
I have the softest pajamas on right now. I feel like I must be on like drugs or something because I can't stop touching my freaking pajamas because they're like velvet. Like, I feel like someone drugged me or something. Thank you. Shout out to Tarjay. Shout out to Tarjay for my $13 pair of pajamas that fucking feel like I'm royalty.
Oh shit!
Now I wish I had pants on.
Making me regret decisions.
It's gonna be like one of those Zoom calls, isn't it? Like,
Yep.
yeah, there is an hour and a half left.
Okay.
God damn, dude, I cannot get this right tonight.
So, does anybody here have a certain goal that they're trying to meet within doing this 24-hour comic book, besides getting the comic done in 24 hours? Like, was there a
No.
particular anything anyone had in mind for themselves? Like,
Probably maybe do an Indiegogo to get this made, or pitch it to Alterna. So this is definitely motivating me to finally get this thing done and get it out there.
The idea is to just motivate the dudes to produce things and be making things. And,
essentially, yeah.
you know, have fun with it is the most important thing.
Right.
That's good right there, Jeff. I like whatever you did right there. I like that. When you lightened it, I wasn't too much of a fan, but I like that color thing. I don't know.
It fucking sucks now, but it was awesome before.
No. He lightened it, and then it went away. Like, it was darker before. He put it in like the middle, and I like it a lot. I didn't mind the dark either, but when it went to the really light one that he flipped and he went back to this, I really like this.
Cool.
Yeah.
It gives it like an ethereal look. I don't know if that's what you're going for, something like ethereal, but
No, exactly. That's exactly.
It's exactly what I'm going for.
I really kind of want like a replica of that sword now. Ryan, is this a poor child that is like a bystander here? What are we drawing here? I'm like, who is this child?
Somebody nailed it the other day. They said it's sort of King Fu's short round.
Oh,
It's going to be his
okay.
little helper dude.
All right.
So yeah, he's a poor kid in the neighborhood.
All right.
That's what I said. Booty trap.
Who's the character from that Eddie Murphy plays on SNL? Who was in the projects? What's his name again?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's like, is that him young?
right out of my head.
Mr. Robinson. That was it.
Yeah.
It's
Hello,
like,
boys and girls.
It's like, didn't
Well, I was hoping
he
that
use
was a kid,
that
'cause
so like
that's what it
loosely
conveyed.
as one of the characters in the PJs later on too?
Yeah. That show was great.
That was way ahead of its time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I-
the stop motion show.
Yeah, one of the recurring characters was just
Oh,
like a
God.
rampant crackhead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my dad and I loved that show.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Show
What?
rocked.
My dad doesn't watch what's it called, animated shows, but he grew up in the project in Brooklyn.
That was going to be
So-
something else.
That was the only show that he would watch all the time. That animated show.
Fuck this.
Oh, and Jeff,
That's the
I don't know if you
attitude.
checked your DMs, but I sent the pictures.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I'm-
replied to you. That was awesome. Thank you for that.
My dad was like, he's like, hold on, what do I do? I'm like, well, can you give me a profile? Like, let me see a profile. Like, can you look down? Can you look up? I didn't know what perspectives you needed, but
No, it was
I
perfect.
figured
Thank
whatever.
you so much for that.
and then he was like, okay, well, I need to do the Thornton snare. So that was the picture of him like scowling because we all can do like the Elvis lip thing.
All right, that's definitely got to be in the comic now then.
Almost done with this.
Yeah, I want to see what you're going to move on to the next page. I really like that bottom panel with the shadows.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to go a little bit different with the design of the page. Like, I just want the top to be the actual top of the house right there. So we establish this is where we are. I have one page done before.
hmm
Uh,
And I like that you kept it like as the top of the house. See, I really love that.
yeah, so this is the first page. Yeah. And then she's going home into the mansion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
It'll be cool. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do when you get up to the attic, but if you can convey something similar and possibly bring back the top of the house, that would be cool too.
Let me see. I have the layout for a couple more pages. This is her room. It's all like Victorian-like.
That's awesome.
This is the demon that calls upon her. And this is the attic. This is the attic here.
That's sick. I love that.
And this is the demon drawing her in to read from the book. And I just, instead of making a border, I kind of use the serpentine feel of the demon coming around as the border here to talk to.
Now, when you said you wanted to like shop at the Alterna or whatever, were you thinking about like comic issues? I honestly could see this being like a graphic novel of some sort, like a one-shot graphic novel.
Yeah, I would like that. That's why I was thinking maybe Indiegogo first. We'll see, and then this way I can make it like a full, complete novel, graphic novel.
Because I definitely see that being like a graphic novel. I see that's something Harrison's Comics would like carry at Halloween that would sell well. Because Salem is Halloween capital.
Yeah.
And like that kind of stuff will sell. It has that like
that look.
Yeah, Lovecraftian.
Yeah, if the world doesn't fucking suck next year, Kayla, we're talking to Larry and we're setting up something fucking big for Halloween because I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah, hopefully. It also depends on like how much room he has because he closed down his other locations and the basement is like more full now than ever, but I'm sure he would.
What fucking other locations does he have? I will come out there and clear out the fucking basement if I'm throwing an event there. I'm not doing what the fuck happened last time.
Oh yeah, that I don't know what happened with all of that, to be honest.
I want to throw a fucking comic banger. You want to make some money and sell some fucking comics? Fucking get with it or get out of my way. Give me your location. Sick of these motherfuckers that don't know how to plan an event. Is like, I used to fucking set up hardcore shows and pack like a 500 person venue. Like, it shouldn't be this hard to fill a fucking comic shop with people.
Well, it's already going to be full. If it's October, it's already going to be full. The store is guaranteed going to be full. It's just who knows whatever.
Get some motherfuckers in there to sell shit.
It just comes down to the fact that we have COVID-19 and it's a virus and there's going to be like 80 different strands of it. And who knows what the fuck is going to happen because there's going to be 80,000 people are like this right now. How is it going to be when
COVID?
As the fucking coronavirus?
Yeah, you guys heard of this stuff?
I have.
This is the first time hearing of it.
Yeah.
Bad that the first time I draw a panel with a person in it and it flies in like 5 seconds. I should have just done a issue of Tom King.
An issue of Tom King.
Tom King?
Yeah, it's just a whole issue of him talking about how to make good comics.
Or is it going to be Tom King as the issue?
Just a whole, splash pages of him. Spread Eagle.
Ew. Oh, God.
Tom King in Spread Eagle.
So, like, Razmad says, just fill it with female cosplayers and people will come. Until you see some of these female cosplayers in person and you realize they don't look the same as their pictures.
When you hit them in a black light.
Let's see. Razmaz says Peter is watching us right now and judging.
Oh
He's
god.
always watching. He's always watching.
He's like God then.
Yeah.
Or Santa Claus. I don't know.
Hang on, is PETA a deity?
He might be.
Kayla's like freaking out. We weren't being like literal.
Rex Doom said that you can call the Tom King book Tom King and the Cunt Chronicles.
All right.
So Rex, I guess Tom King's your favorite of all time.
How to not help a friend bury a dog.
Shut up. Does anyone have any tips for Colin regarding lettering? Or does anyone know what they're going to do regarding lettering themselves?
I
Or
was
tips
thinking
on lettering in Procreate.
and Procreate, forget it. Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Specifically.
I know next to nothing about Procreate's text stuff. I haven't even messed around with it because it was so archaic when they first added it.
Colin, so my tip for you is to go on YouTube and Google lettering comics on Procreate because someone will have some video out
Yeah,
there.
I wouldn't
Well, I
worry
can
about
actually
that.
answer if you guys want. But,
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Ryan.
So what he's gonna want to do. Sorry, it's super noisy. Let me see. Let me get to a blank layer. Because in Procreate you can't make word balloons normally.
I'm sorry. The picture of Jeff is distracting me. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing, Ryan?
Sorry, Jeff.
What picture? Which way? Which one? Which one?
It's
Is it Jeff Dirt?
yeah.
I love that.
Sorry, Jeff.
No.
Can
Just me and
Tyler
my
still
mental
not-
state.
Can Tyler still not hear me?
Probably.
Tyler.
Tyler's just in perfect silence. Rob's
Okay,
garbage.
so
You're
hurt that he
garbage.
can't hear him.
You're garbage. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
a little,
I'm afraid
little
to
trick
talk.
you can do. Go ahead.
We're waiting for you.
Oh, I thought Tyler had something to say.
No, I
go.
said I'm afraid to talk because I can't hear Rob, so I don't know when he's talking. So that's why I'm
Rob's
quiet.
Rob's just calling you garbage.
That's fair. I probably deserve it.
So
Lettering.
you can't. Yeah. So this is the cheat I have for that in Procreate is make a black ellipse, duplicate it, make yourself a white one, reduce it down just a little bit, so you're creating your own balloon like this. And this is going to be your template that you can use for all your word balloons. So flatten that down. So you've got one layer. Then you want to go to the warp tool, and you want to drag each corner out diagonally, evenly, and you're going to
Round it
create
off
that
a bit.
box. You're going to create that box sphere for comic book lettering.
Yeah.
And then you can draw your tail however you want. You can create a template for your tail as well. You can, do. Well, let me get to a pen. Don't attach it to your balloon. Create your tails separate. Just boom. Just create those, and then you can manipulate those however you want with your things, and that's how you can mimic lettering. And then when you actually go in, Procreate has it comes with one font that looks pretty good. What is you don't know, Spencer, or you used to know, I think, but it's
I know there is one that's built into it that's not completely bad, but you can download other stuff. Like Blambot. Blambot has free comic book fonts on blambot.com. If you guys want to grab some of those, they're great. And the biggest thing is just like adjusting that I don't know if it's called kerning or whatever in Procreate, or if you can even do that, but the spacing in between the letters is the biggest thing. Is you just want that as tight as possible without the letters overlapping each other. You don't want lots of I mean, sometimes you do want that, but that's my preference. Is you don't want a lot of extra padded room. You want things tight, neat, and concise, easy to read.
Yeah, so you can go in, and your kerning is your spacing with your letters like this. See, peoples, and then your tracking is that's actually more for when there's other words in there. Leading, this is important too. You don't want too much space between.
Yes, exactly.
Between there, so that's a big one.
All that tightening up. So like my kerning would only be like a pixel or two apart with the letters, and then the leading is maybe like 1.5 of what my kerning would be usually, just so there's like just the littlest bit of space in between lines that's slightly more than the space in between letters. And then like you'll see in a lot of my lettering, the way I break up lines is a really important thing. I hate that shit that people do with just like the lines not being organized in ways where, like, you know, the top line is only a word or two, and then the second line's a couple words, third line's a little bit longer, and then it starts to taper again as you get towards the bottom. So the word grouping rounds off with the shape of the balloon. There's a lot of fuckery that goes on in lettering. But that is the biggest thing, is to just keep it as like clean and tight as possible. If you're adding a lot of padding around the text compared to the balloon, let me grab like a scrap piece of paper or something. So if you have your like lines of text, what I was talking about before, let me make this full screen. Try to keep this as quick as possible and do it with like a marker so you can actually see it. So your first line's only a couple words, so it's not as long. Second line is longer. This is, you know, these would be words. And then third line's a little bit shorter. So if it were like, hey, fuck you, guy. Yeah, like sometimes people will put that all in one line or whatever. Like that would work if it were like a caption carrying on from something else or something like that. But it'd be, hey, fuck you, guy. And then word balloon around it. So the words taper. It's obviously always centered or whatever as well. And the big thing, what I was trying to demonstrate with this is once you have your text or whatever, there's cool tricks you can play around with. Which is why I say tighten everything as much as possible, and you have that like standard set of space between the text and the actual outside line of the word balloon. So what I'll do, say someone's whispering, the text will be a slightly smaller font, and there will be more space between the text and the outside of the balloon. So there's this feeling of like a smallness to it. Like it's not, and this balloon would be the same size as all the other word balloons, but that text is pulled in tighter. Sort of just a trick that visually makes the reader think this is different from the normal dialogue. Same way you can do the opposite, where it's like, you know, normal word balloon, but then the words are so fucking big they're sort of busting out of the word balloon, which both of these happen a couple of times in issues of Voidwalker. So you see stuff like that, but it's just subtle little changes that go a long way without having to do anything. You'll see it a lot in, I think, like DC stuff where they do that, and then it's like a little like, oh, gasp in there. But then tons of like added padding in the actual size of the balloon. But there's actual letters out there that dive way deeper into this stuff and have all sorts of other cool tricks and stuff. Eric Weathers has lots of great stuff over on his channel, and I believe he's like spinning up sort of like a Patreon thing right now where you can learn how to letter. So if any of you dudes in chat are super interested in just lettering specifically, maybe looking to get into something like that professionally, I definitely recommend you go check out Eric Weathers if you aren't already familiar with him, and Nate Picos over at Blambot, because both are doing great things. And there's a lot to be learned from the both of them. That's just sort of little tricks I use. But utilizing that on top of what Ryan's already said with Procreate can go a long way. It's the same way like I'm doing this little panel down here where a guy's on a walkie-talkie right now, and a lot of times they'll do like the zigzag, like staticky looking word balloons on something like that. That was really big back in the day for those stylized word balloons. It's not as popular nowadays. Like same thing with thought balloons disappearing, which is kind of weird, but to each his own.
Not
I
in
guess.
Gods and Gears.
Yeah, right.
I like thought balloons.
You pioneer. No, I do too. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, everything is like a tool to be utilized in this craft we're fucking around with. So I don't see why there's all these things that are like, that's not cool to do anymore.
That's because people
like,
suck.
Yeah, it's like if it fucking works, it works, dude. Like, fuck you, it's not cool.
I mainly got into comics to be cool, so if it's not cool, that's good to know.
Right? Oh, man. People tagging me in TKO presents shit for, what are some writers you should know more about? Mike G, you are the man.
Can Tyler hear me now out of curiosity?
No, probably not then.
Damn.
I'm thinking it's an error on Tyler's end, probably. It's just fucking StreamYard sucking.
Damn.
Did Rob just say something?
Yes, he left. Rob left and came back in and reloaded the whole thing in hopes that it would help you be able to hear him better, and it still doesn't work. I think you have to literally just refresh the whole thing.
I'll leave and then come back.
Yeah. Good old StreamYard fuckery. Thought balloons are my favorite because you can have a character say yes but think no. Exactly. It's like there's a lot of different things you can do with it. And that's what I mean. Like you don't use it in every panel. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Exactly. That's the whole mentality of comics. But yeah, that's one of those great things about thought balloons that makes me wonder why people just stopped using it altogether. I guess you're supposed to just infer that sometimes, but it's also leaving a lot of added work on the artist sometimes for shit like that, where you could just throw in a thought balloon and be like, maybe not. Like, it's really weird. But that's why places like Alterna are great. Because like Ryan said, Gods and Gears has thought balloons in it, and no one stopped him from telling the story he wanted to tell.
My thing with thought balloons too is thought balloons are able to convey things for certain kind of superhero types that are necessary.
Hang on a second. Rob, can you talk real quick?
Hello, Tyler?
Rob, I can hear you. You're a person again.
Oh,
it's a miracle.
All right. Sorry, continue your thought. Thank you.
Well, like,
thanks for the fun today, guys, but I have to go. Have a barbecue to go to. Well, thanks again for hanging out with us.
We aren't even fucking allowed to have like more than 10 people around.
Have fun at the barbecue, guys, and just
have fun at the Bobby.
We'll see you in the next one.
Isn't it a Bobby?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna bounce out real quick to stretch my legs.
Look forward to see your progress, guys.
Probably smoke a cigarette because I need to fucking stand up. But now I have like 2.5 pages, and I think I'm gonna get back to fucking around with some more layouts on this now. So next one, I hopefully can just start painting things.
I think that's a good idea, Spencer. I think if you get more layouts done for the rest of the stream, you'll be able to power through everything else.
Well, now that my problem was, for some reason, I always I start falling back on my like graphic design principles when I'm getting like panicky, and I just started making everything really like flat. So now I'm sort of getting away from that. The first page isn't terrible, but I might just use that for like a later page after all these dudes are killed off. But I added some more characters and stuff, and I'm punching it up with the action a little bit more, so I don't need to worry so much about establishing this city anymore. I can just get into these monsters ripping dudes apart, and this dude killing the giant kaiju on his own.
Yeah, Rob, you're already on inks?
I just
Yeah.
just wrapped up the inks here. So I'm going to put a little splatter, white ink splatter, then white paint, and I'll call this done.
I
You
really,
guys-
really like the whole perspective of that page. It reminds me of like almost like a dollhouse. I
I'll be
like it.
back in a minute. You guys are in charge.
It's
Okay.
like peering inside of a dollhouse. I don't know if that's what you were trying to go for, but
Yeah.
that's what
Definitely. That's exactly what it was going for.
I'm like very interested to see how all of that, like your story is going to play out, and how everything's going to look,
Yeah,
because that's pretty cool.
thank
Really
you.
cool, actually. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie to you. It's really fucking cool.
I'm
You
trying.
guys are all super.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Did you show her the cover that you did, Rob? Did you
I
show
did,
Kayla
yeah.
that?
Good.
The
And I
page.
really love that because
So
it
sick.
reminded me of like what is it? I'm trying to think. He did like the alphabet book.
I think
why
Gory.
can't you
Edward
remember it?
Gory.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
I was drawing a blank there. That's why I know it would sell well in Salem, because his stuff sells very well in Salem. The
Oh, I love-
Lovecraftian stuff sells very well in Salem. Any of that kind of I am drawing blanks tonight. I can't even believe I can't think of like timber and stuff.
Yeah.
Sells very well in Salem. That is something that would sell very well in Salem, where I'm from. So,
Awesome.
but my thing on the thought bubbles, back to that. How can you convey like a good psychic and like mind reading without thought bubbles? You know, that's like my
Mm.
thing, because I'm always fascinated with psychics and psychic ability and powers like that. And I like when it's conveyed through thought bubbles. You know, just my personal opinion.
That's a good question if people are criticizing them. I mean, I assume most of us are or have been X-Men fans at some point. It's like, now I can't hear you, Kayla.
Hopefully X-Men will get better this year. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know
now you're
what's
back.
going on.
Yeah, she cut out for a second for me. Too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. It wasn't me. It
I
wasn't
probably
me.
actually I think I leaned on my mute button because these are this is a gaming headset, and which I accidentally like lean on it, so it could be that I click it too.
Splatter.
So where people, I'm sure that some people are probably seeing what you're doing, Rob, and probably freaking out in the inside, like, what is he doing? Do you want to just explain that process to anyone that might be watching that does not know what it's called and what you're doing with that?
Sure. It is called a toothbrush, and what I am doing is, and I am flicking the bristles on certain parts where I want some ink to go, but really to create dimension. So
Okay.
I figure out where the light source is. So the light source is coming here. So if I flick here, then it'll be darker here and kind of be like a gradient as I flick it out. So it's a neat little trick. I really love doing that. I just feel like it adds a nice amount of texture to the faces and the pages. And especially like with the wood texture of the furniture in the inside the room with the staircase. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. And then right after this, I'll get the Pro White, and I'll get my other toothbrush and put a little water on that, and then I will start flickering.
His girlfriend's toothbrush.
My girlfriend. Yes, this one's mine. This one's my girlfriend's.
So it's going to highlight the area
Right.
in an aspect. So that's what the contrast is between
Exactly.
the dark and the light. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So almost there. Uh-oh, Rex stole my toothbrush technique. Shh, don't tell him. Uh-oh. I'm kidding. It's for everyone.
I mean, I think that's what's really awesome about everyone, that everyone genuinely wants to provide advice for other people and really wants to help other people create things and challenge their potentials. when it comes to creating something that they have as an idea.
Definitely.
And I think that's awesome because so many other people are in competition with everyone else.
That's true.
And I think so important about just art in general is that with art, you can convey so many different messages. You can even convey the same message, but it can all look differently, and all of it is equally just as important. And it's flattering, I think, if someone learns something from you and does it very well, or even tries it. I think it would be flattering. I don't know how anyone else feels, but
totally.
There has to be like times that someone has come up to one of you guys or even message one of you guys, and, hey, I tried this, or, and this worked out really well for me. Look what I created based off of your advice. So I know that must be like more inspiring for you guys to keep up with the work that you present.
Yeah.
So
I tell them, give up, never do it again.
that sucks.
Good attempt.
Quit now.
Nice attempt.
You know what though? I'm kind of mean in the aspect that if someone asks me in my if I think that something's bad or good or more work, I give very, very honest answer. And I never try to intentionally like hurt someone's feelings, but I have hurt people's feelings. But you asked, and I can only be honest about my opinion and what I see from my perspective.
Sure.
So I think that's a lot of the battle too for people that are newer, is that you have to be able to take criticism with things.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
I never understood the getting mad at people when they don't tell you what you want to hear. It's like, because when I started showing my stuff at shows, and I went up to Ryan at New York City Comic Con, but like I went up to a few people at a couple of different shows, and it was like I genuinely wanted to hear the stuff that I sucked at, because the goal was to get better, but it was a genuine goal. I'll call my mom and she'll tell me I'm very talented, so I can.
Yeah,
I can just call her.
If I call my mom and I ask my mom for an opinion, she's going to tell me I suck no matter what, because that's just my family.
Brutal.
I was gonna say mom's rock, but
well,
if I talk to my dad will give me an honest opinion and be like, well, better, but I really like this. Like, so I actually was because I'm going to be doing some co-writing stuff in the near future, hopefully very near future, depending on how everything is working out. I've been together just like a pitch of an idea that I have, just to like test my ideas. But when I feel that it's at the right level, I did share a little bit of it with someone, just asking, a couple people just asking for opinions, including like one of a college professors I have. But when I feel that it is good enough to send to Spencer, I will. Because he's going to be the hardest out of everyone.
you're gonna get a lot of "this is bullshit" from me.
I know. I know. I always I tell Spencer a lot of my ideas. A few of them he does really like. Other ones he's like, no, I think you should do this, because that's what works. That, what you have, it's not going to work. So you need it to be, I think, what is the biggest thing with you? Everything is too long. It needs to be shorter.
Yeah. You're not fucking, you can write a novel. That's still available. It's not like, that option's not off the table, but I'm like, someone has to read this and then also draw it is the big thing I have to tell you all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I will be learning from you.
Takes them fucking 2 months to read a script. It's kind of hard to get a script done or a issue done in a month or whatever. Not that that's like an attainable goal in indie stuff, but Like you always kind of need to be thinking about your time frame and whatnot.
Yep. And that's like aspect. Just patiently waiting. You know what's crazy though is when I'm learning about like when you write out or like a review of a book, and I had a couple children's book reviews published through my school for the school system out here in Mass. So I have to find a way to translate like when I'm doing like because I was just doing a mini pitch of just a random idea I had lying around just to like test my writing abilities. But when I got to a certain part where you described the story, I started writing like the full thing out because where I was like reading about creating pitches, it was like the write your full story out, but I didn't know it more has to be like in the form of like a book review in an aspect where it's like short and sweet, but enough detail that it tells the whole story. So that's what my main struggle is with things.
You'll learn with time and doing it.
Well, I'll learn from the best, right?
Oh yeah. Fucking
Miller?
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn from the best. I get to be a Padawan.
We're gonna resurrect Jack Kirby.
I think the key is that you're doing it, though. I mean, how many people have you met that say, I want to be a writer or I want to be an artist, and they're not writing or drawing? You know?
Exactly.
And I understand it. There's fear
writing
about it, but yeah, that's a huge, you're already ahead of the game.
That's very true.
I'm always writing, whether it's I'm writing a song, I'm writing a poem, I'm writing a short story, I'm writing an idea down. I'm always constantly writing. It's what I do.
Great.
So I just have to, what I really want to do is focus on one thing and get something actually written that is not for college.
Right.
So
Well, I would say,
Oh, actually, did I put that up on? We could reveal that right now, Kayla, if you wanted to.
I think we should wait because I don't want to take anything away from the draw stream. I'd
Oh
rather
my
do
God,
it
you keep
like
saying that.
No, you could do it now.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
fine.
can-
It's really okay.
Nick's
Okay.
here. I need to see if I uploaded it onto the Dropbox.
Which, Nick, thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're
So-
welcome. You don't have to thank me.
It's gorgeous. And everyone that made things happen. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a gift from all the Death Curse dudes.
So I'm appreciative a lot because this is like, I'm going to be working on this. So I'm excited. It's like, we're going to give Kayla a chance to do some work and show off some skills and see what she can learn or what she has learned from being around us. So
I think it looks and sounds great. I'm excited.
We're keeping a lot of the story a secret right now.
We're gonna
It's
keep
still
the
in
story a
development, but it'll hopefully be coming out. I can say this year now. Hopefully, as everything goes according to plan.
I'm thinking probably by the end of
Yeah, I'd like
fall.
to have the first issue out if we can do something for Harrison's. I'd like to have it out in time for Halloween if we're doing that.
Yeah.
Shut this really quick and see if I can pull this up on here. So this will be a new Death Curse book coming in the near future. This is just a mock-up for now. There's no final corner box or anything, but this will be one Kayla is taking the reins on with Mateus Villalaba, our buddy there who did the newsprint cover for City of Rot.
Well, I'm not taking full reign. I'm taking one reign.
No, you're writing on it.
Not all
Spencer,
of it.
could you
though.
make
I'm more
your
co-writing.
screen bigger?
Yes, give me just a minute.
Yay.
Oh, very cool.
Oh shit! Cool.
Yeah.
And I think I can make
Very
this
cool.
full screen. A little
Yeah.
bit. It's kind of a pain in the ass on a.
Great title, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
wow.
That's all Spencer with the title. And everything.
Yes, I'm sort of running editorial on this one and sort of came up with an idea, and I'm passing it off to Kayla to take the reins on it. It's about a ex-prostitute and her right-hand man who's an albino ex-slave, and they are bounty hunters in a sort of alternate West that's been plagued by a native curse.
Sweet. Very
these
cool.
Does this
guys
mean
here.
we can share this to Twitter that we're going to be
Oh,
doing this?
Yes, we can share it to Twitter now.
Okay,
but,
so tonight
yeah.
we can do this.
Gonna be another fun little horror book coming from
Very
us
cool.
down the line. And
Very, very cool, you guys.
Kayla's
I'm gonna be
first
learning
official
a lot.
foray into
Yeah.
comics that isn't editing.
Yeah. So I am nervous. I am very nervous, but I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, and
Well, did
Mateus.
Everything about this process. So
Kayla, did you say you wanted to do a story with a gunslinger? I think it also had a ninja in it, but you want to do something with a gunslinger at some point?
I did.
Did I make that up? Oh, okay.
No,
Cool.
I definitely did want to do something like that. Like they were in they basically, like I had this. Oh, her father was killed.
You
and
had me
she-
at prostitute.
But no, like a ninja girl that's going to avenge her father's death. She's hunting a
Mhm.
gunslinger down that killed her father,
That's right, yeah.
and they end up having to team up, and battle
Comic
a
is low-key about the
giant
big character.
monster, and then they're on there until
Hey,
next time. You know, Next time I
ninjas
see
aren't
you.
outside the realm of possibility in this book. I
For
will
this
say
book,
that
yeah.
much.
Because this book, can I say what the genre is?
I mean, I already did. It's a Western horror,
It's
but
Western sci-fi body
yeah,
horror.
we're pulling a bit from manga influences and stuff. We're sort of
Oh, cool.
nothing's off the table, and we're really gonna put Mateus through the ringer on this one, which I'm excited for.
Can't wait to see it, you guys.
I can't wait to write it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna actually be like Mateus's first official book, and the kid is young but just fucking awesome, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited for people to see more from him.
Hmm.
Another Argentina dude, and we just wanted to do something that's absolutely wild. There's a bit of a little bit of a redemption angle in there, but it's not completely the focus, and they aren't just like miserable bastards existing in this horrible world. There's some
So
stuff going on with we're actually discussing it being a little bit longer, which is why I was saying it'll probably have a first issue out by Halloween if everything
Yeah.
goes according to plan, because it's looking more like it's going to be a limited mini series.
Series.
So
I
it's
was
not
thinking
Blood
it's probably going to
Meridian.
be 5 issues.
Oh,
That's
my
what I
favorite
was
book.
thinking.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
Love that. So
You're not the same person after you read Blood Meridian.
no, and at one point Ridley Scott was gonna adapt it, and he's gonna have
Oh.
Tom Noonan as the judge.
I've never read Blood Meridian, so
Oh,
I'm
it'll-
guessing I should.
Well, honestly, you'll be a different person, but not necessarily in a good way. And I'm not I know that I'm not saying that to sound cool. It's true.
Yeah,
It's a brutal, mean book, and
yeah,
no one.
everybody in it is mean and awful in every way.
And some of
That-
it's loosely based on history.
Mhm.
It's just. Ugh.
I need to
But,
read
I mean,
that.
it's also.
That's
it's
Cormac
also
McCarthy, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's also
I
a
need to read it
beautiful
too.
book too.
Mhm.
Okay.
One of my
Yeah,
favorite
it'll-
parts in the book is when they see these Native Americans.
Wait, don't
And-
ruin the book for me. I want to read it.
Well, it's not a.
I'm gonna
a thing,
get
it's
off
just a
for
cool
1 second.
descriptor.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna.
Because like I'm taking my headset off.
But it's
Cormac
just a
McCarthy's
cool
wild.
descriptor where he describes this Native American, and he's wearing like conquistador armor.
Yep,
This
yes.
hint of like that they've been doing this, for a long time. It's been passed down from
Yep.
generation to generation, and I've never seen anything like that in a movie. And I would love to
Me
just see.
either.
That's
Oh my
well,
God.
that's some of the shit me and Kayla were talking about was like, because this is sort of an alternate reality, like Western story, where I'm not going to ruin it because you find out in the story, but you find out at this certain point in history, like something happened and things diverged and it's really different. But that's why I said like manga's kind of a big influence and that like nothing's really off the table. Is I like that. I mean, that's not much of a stretch at all, but I like that idea of like these weird characters showing up.
He also has, like, isn't it in the beginning of the novel too? You have this mass of Comanche warriors riding, and some of them they're wearing, like top hats and full, Union soldier jackets, but just those little details that kind of let you know how lived in the world is.
Yeah, and it's that utilitarian feel of the natives that they've clearly killed these men and taken the things that are useful for them.
He does. There's this one part that he does where so one guy has disappeared or he's gone off, and the next time you see him, they just find him having been strung through his heels, slowly roasting over a fire. He's long dead.
Yeah, because that was a big inspiration for fucking Zoller movie, Jeff.
The point is, though, that's the only line, though. Mm-hmm. They just say they find him like that, and then they move on, and that's the refrain. Yeah. And they wrote on, and it's just like, you just one sentence. Oh my god!
Because it's that like hopelessness of it. What can you do but move on?
Yeah.
I love that. That's I finally started watching that Lovecraft documentary that Mitch had tweeted out the other day. And it is really good. It's got like Del Toro and a bunch of people in it. Stuart Gordon, right before he had passed away, is one of the guys they interview in it, and it's up on Amazon Prime. I recommend everybody go check it out because I'm like halfway through it right now, and it's really cool. But they talk about a bunch of his stories and how that's sort of like, that's not like a line in the middle of the book, but a lot of Lovecraft stories just sort of ended on shit like that, where it's like, yeah, everything's sort of fucked, and just like, this is where we are, and you don't know where we're going. Like, we're gonna leave it up to your brain now. But those are some of the best lines in books where it's just like, we don't have to elaborate on it. Like, you've had your fill in just one line.
Yeah,
I read
my favorite author, and like he has this beautiful way with language, but it is kind of hard to follow sometimes. So like I listen to the audiobooks while I'm reading it to make sure like I'm understanding properly, because he doesn't use semicolons.
Nope.
And he has this very different way of how he handles grammar and stuff.
He doesn't use punctuation, really.
I was gonna say, I write like an asshole.
The kid said, or the judge said, it's always just like people talking, and you gotta kind of like.
Yeah, you have to really be in it. You can't be. I read The Road in a weekend. My wife and I had gone up. One of her relatives has a camp on Lake Megantic. And so we had just gone, and her whole family was playing games and having fun. I picked up this book on a whim, and I was just engrossed in it for a night and a day. And I finished it, and I was like, oh, God, I don't know if this was the right book to read on a nice, beautiful vacation, but I'm really glad I did.
I want to reread that and Salem's Lot.
Like,
oh, dude, if you haven't read Blood Meridian, Spence, you've got to make that a priority, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up. That's one too where I was telling Kayla she needs to go and watch like every Clint Eastwood movie she can get her hands on. I was like, if you're really like worried about like Western stuff and getting ideas, is like just go back to the classics and like just get into that mood again. My big thing too is it's always like in the last couple of years at least been music for me. Like when I'm writing, the right kind of music will just like unlock my brain and I'm just flying. I don't know if it's like that for other people.
Oh yeah, it's always music for me.
Yeah, I was never like that like in high school, but now I can like just put on especially instrumental stuff.
Oh yeah, only.
Am I safe now? Am I safe to be back? I just walked away for like 5 minutes, so
we both need to get Blood Meridian.
What happens is the judge, he's in town.
I just didn't think he'd die that way.
It's a prequel to Aliens, Cowboys versus Aliens.
Okay, so I'm probably all about this stuff. So
yeah. No, the Road though I haven't read like since that book came out, and I fucking absolutely love the movie.
Yeah, it's better per usual.
I had a same situation as Tyler. Like, I read the book in 2 days, and there was one night. It was like I had to go to school, go to college the very next day, and I stayed up all night and just pulled an all-nighter and just finished the book. I was like, screw it, I got to be tired.
Yep.
I just feel like there's not a lot of people that are writing shit like him. What's that really? I haven't read the book it was based on, but The Counselor, isn't that him too?
Uh-huh. It's not a book. He just wrote the screenplay for it.
Oh, okay. That wasn't based on a book? Because it was like, after I saw that movie, I was like, I bet you the book is even weirder. I need to go get this.
No, I love that movie, too. Like, I thought that movie was great.
Yeah, so many people were like, this movie is fucking all over the place. But
I can't remember what it's called, the device. Was like the coolest, most fucked up device.
Oh, yeah, the automated garrote?
Uh-huh. I love that thing.
Yeah, dude, that thing rocked. That was like when Law Abiding Citizen came out, the self-choking tie and all that, and people were like, this is so wild, what a cool idea for a movie. And then like people started to realize like, oh yeah, this is just kinetic engineering, and the CIA has like actually been doing this since like the 60s.
Okay,
Spencer Googled this.
No, it's just that's like real stuff. Like that's all like you get into research rabbit holes and find sorts of shit like that, but kinetic engineering is like a real thing, and there's real people that like do it for our military, other militaries. I think it's Israel is like the ones that like during the Munich stuff, they were coming up with all sorts of fucking creative ways to kill guys, and I think that's where they came up with the self-choking tie, where you basically just needed to get someone in to swap out this guy's fucking ties, and he would go to put it on like a normal tie, and when you went to pull it, that was the trigger. It was basically like a ripcord, so when you went to tighten the tie, it would just never stop tightening and cut your fucking head off.
all right, I am done with this page.
All right. Also, guys, we have about almost a half an hour left for the night. Well, a little like 45 minutes, I want to say. About 45 minutes, 50 minutes left, but a half an hour until about 11.
Sorry, could I
also,
offer? Oh, sorry.
Phoenix Animation just posted a tweet about like the story that he's doing for this challenge, and I just want to say this is coming out really well, and it's very interesting. So
yeah, we're cultured around here, Rex. We like cool shit. Yeah, that was one of those ones I just assumed that like since he was like involved in the movie that it was also based on one of his things, like, but that makes sense that it was just a screenplay. Yeah, Rob, that's kick-ass, man. I think Kayla had already said this, but I love that like framing like it's the top of the house.
Thanks,
Dude.
It's got a
awesome.
like, I know you said
Oh my
gory,
gosh.
but it's got a bit of a like Addams Family vibe.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
That is classic haunted house, man. That is
Yeah,
sick.
dude, that's fucking awesome.
Good
Thanks.
God, man.
I'm excited to see
yeah,
how this goes.
I love this.
I'm knocking it out of the park already.
Yeah, seriously.
Nick
Keep up,
almost
fellas.
looks like he's drawing my comic now. I looked at his thumbnail and I thought that was a bunch of googly eyes. It's wind. Even cooler.
I guess we have a half hour left, you said?
Dude. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we do.
Oh,
You might have
God.
time to lay out another page or something, or
All right, I think I'll go for another one.
relax.
I'll go for another page. Let's start.
Oh my
Have
God.
you read
Nick,
Child of God? I have. Is that another?
Oh yeah, that was
That's a
like
Cormac
really
preferred.
perverted
that is
and
so
stuff.
cool what you're doing. Can you flick to Nick real quick?
Of course I can.
That is so freaking cool.
Yeah, no, that's killer. I of course left the page right
Oh,
as he was
jeez, Nick.
zooming out. I just saw the door, but that whole
I am
fucking
just, like,
composition is rad.
That's
What
great.
in the world of C.S. Lewis? Because that's like the kind of vibe I get just from that C.S. Lewis vibe. That's amazing.
I'm a hoe for circle panels too, which Jeff knows.
Yeah.
Good old
You're a hoe
CS.
for holes.
Yeah, the last half. Yeah, all the holes. The last half of City of Rot is just all circle panels. Jeff really let it get away from him.
No,
okay,
I'm
we're
all about that.
Kicking
I
ass.
like panels that are very unique. Like circles. I like the diagonal kind of panels. You know what I'm talking about? Like triangular ones.
Yes.
I like the ones that look like mirror shatters. Are super cool.
Well,
we can. I think we can go to Tyler now because Tyler's stuff is now a lot. Are you inking right now?
No, I'm
Or
still
you're
doing.
just-
I'm penciling the whole thing. I'm just working in a
It's a
darker
lot
lead
darker.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so now we can see a lot better. So like
I
this
don't know if
is
any of this helps. There it is. Is that better?
yes, that's awesome. It's very very like Brian Froudish mixed with Poison Elves. That's what I see with your art.
I gotta look it up. See, this is one panel, and then this is the same image, but obviously I just broke it up. But I don't know if you can see it's a dragon.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I get that like the dragon like it's like very Brian Froud like that Dark Crystal kind of stuff like
Okay.
trying to think of like things that you might have
I just
he's
wanted to be
done
very
like
serpentine.
so like more like a Leviathan dragon almost.
Kind of.
Dragons are cool. I mean, anytime anyone does a dragon and the dragon's really well done, I'm always super excited about it. It's like
They're tough because they have no standard anatomy, and they're one of those things where I feel like I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to draw a dragon, and then when I actually go do it, I'm like, I have no freaking clue what a dragon is supposed to look like.
well, there's so many different kinds of
I know.
dragons too,
There's
like
so many, yeah.
wyverns. Like I mean, I love dragons. I mean, you can do your traditional Chinese dragons as well.
Yeah, I've drawn those for red koi, or Japanese dragons in red koi.
Yeah. Yes,
but
you
this
have
is definitely more of a European kind of vibe.
kind of dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've gotten red koi from you, and at GraniteCon, I went and bought
That's
copies
right.
of red koi off of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I did.
It's weird. Rob's like the only East Coast Alterna guy we haven't met.
Yeah, it's true.
And you know what? I was I wish I could have met Rob in Salem, like met
Yeah.
up with him at Harrison's, but that was when I was that time period when I was like deathly sick
Oh,
this
no.
year. Yeah, I had a pericarditis, and so it's the inflammation. I have like some autoimmune issues, but I had pericarditis and pleurisy, and I was on a bed rest. And pericarditis is the cartilage around my heart was completely inflamed, and it was squeezing my heart.
Yeah, it sucks.
I lost like feeling on the left side of my body. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Didn't you
It
get a
was
pleurisy
horrific.
too?
Yeah, I had pleurisy with it too, and then I had
that's the lining. That's basically the lining that holds your lungs to your ribs. Like
yep, and then I had the
fills with fluid, and that also feels like you're having a heart attack, and have like a guy my size like standing on your chest or like bear hugging you.
It was the most pain I've ever been in.
I've gotten them from like fist fights and like a car accident. Like they suck really bad.
And then I had that chondrosis. I can't even say it, but I had the inflammation was all spread into my ribs. I put it this way: I have a very high tolerance for pain. I have a very extremely high tolerance for pain. This literally, it took me out. I literally I would wake up crying like a little baby. It was so bad, and I don't do well being on bed rest either. So.
Rob still doesn't accept this. He wants to know why you did not come to meet him.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Rex Doom's love of Blood Meridian is amazing.
I really need to read this Blood Meridian. I can't believe it. I've
swear.
never heard about it
I feel like Rex
until
Doom would take
now.
it as a manual as opposed to a book.
He's McCarthy's in league with like. Have you ever read any Jim Harrison?
Yes.
No.
So obviously the novella version of Legends of the Fall is better than the movie, but he's another one. He's like one of the great American authors, and McCarthy's in that league. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know who else would be in there right now. And I'm not saying that because I have hard opinions on it. I literally can't think of anybody else who would be in their league.
Everybody else suck.
I mean, I've also read Harris.
You read what?
he has poetry as well.
Yeah, he's got great poetry. Have you read Legends of the Fall?
Yes, in high school we had to read it.
Yeah. That's a crazy book because it's like 90 pages. You go through like World War One, the Prohibition era. You go from one side of the world to the other, like through multiple generations of a family. But it's like, I don't know. He wrote because he died, but he wrote such I don't know. His sentences flowed so well.
So
And that
I
was one where he was
preferred
doing.
A Good Day to Die.
Yeah, I think I have that on my shelf
over Legends
actually.
of the Fall, A Good Day to Die. I preferred over Legends of the Fall, believe it or not, because we had to read both in high school.
I'll read
But
them.
yes, everything does flow together beautifully.
What I liked about Legends of the Fall is he was doing manual labor for. I don't think he had real success until he's in his 50s, but he was like moving. Moving brick, like, or something like that. It was one of these jobs where he just has to do the same kind of manual thing from one end of the site to the other, and the whole time he's thinking about Legends of the Fall. And so when he sat down to write it, it took him like 3 weeks or something like that. And he said he changed one word by the time it was done, but he had lived with the characters in his head for so long. He said it was like just taking dictation when he actually sat down to write the thing.
Oh.
And if it's a lie, it was a good lie.
Like that's a lie that I would eat up because that's like a very interesting lie. Like, and that's very poetic in how that's put. Actually,
well, I believe him. He was a hard-living dude, and he died with a pen in his hand at his writing table. So I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him to have.
What a badass.
Done that. Yeah, he was serious.
Yeah, I had an awesome teacher that year. We also read we read what? Animal Farm. That was I loved Animal Farm. They actually made that into a graphic novel, and I want to pick it up. What movie? What is Animal Farm has a movie?
Yeah, it was like a.
We read A Mice and Men, and that book made me cry. There's only one book I've read that I've really fucking hated in my entire life.
Only one?
There's only one book that I've read that, because I enjoy reading, but there was one book, I think it was it Charles Dickens? I literally forget the name of the book because it sucks so bad, but I know the main character's name was Pip. And
Great Expectations. Yeah.
Great Expectations. All right. I've never read a book in my life that I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated it. It dragged. There was nothing I could find interesting about this book. I've never had it happen before in my life. like comics, I can find comics that I don't like, but as for like novels, this was like the one we had to read it. We had to do like a project on it, and then we had to watch a stupid movie, and that was horrible too. And I'm pretty sure Paltrow, I can't remember. It was somebody.
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah.
It was horrible. Just everything about it was horrible. Pip and grandfather clock. That's all I can remember, really. Like, it was so bad. So bad.
All his books are that way. Like, he just goes into... It's kind of like... I've avoided reading Lord of the Rings because I've heard everybody say that the books are good and get way too much detail. And so
they do.
They drag. And I don't want to ruin my love of Lord of the Rings. That's
okay.
Charles Dickens.
So like, if you're going to read anything that Tolkien did, I would do The Silmarillion, which is like, it's like a prequel to The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings, what it is there's a lot of walking in it, and they describe all of the walking. But The Lord of the Rings is not, it's not bad.
It's like a Tom King book, but in novel form.
Oh no, don't ever compare that.
Nothing compares to Tolkien.
You can't compare the two.
Look, I made a little movie box.
You made a movie? Oh, I want to see what you're doing with your project, Spencer.
Too fucking bad.
Leader of Death Curse, setting great examples over here.
Yeah, I'm the worst example. Do as I say, not as I do. No, I got a solid page here that I'll be able to paint and ink soon. We got
yeah, I see the
the
people you
little
did. You
city
plowed through them.
stuff, bunch of monsters that'll be painted in here. Closer shot of the monsters. This guy radioing in and then taking off in the car.
He looks
And then
very
it's gonna
angry.
come over here for a wide shot of the cars ripping through the city, running down monsters, shooting up the tether lines and everything, and starting to rig things for the inevitable battle, which I'm getting into right now.
Really, William? I thought the Silmarillion was like before the Lord of the Rings. Wait, you could
It
be
is.
right because there's so many. Because he's saying it's after the Lord of the Rings.
They
but I believe
probably
it was
are.
before.
Women are always wrong.
Oh God. Jeff's gonna back you up right away.
Wow.
Jeff hates
You say woman?
girls.
Doesn't mean what I'm gonna do.
Just because this woman told me what to do, I'm not backing you up, Spencer.
My God.
The
So
Children
what
of
do you do?
Hurin was pretty good. That was by Tolkien.
Yes, that was. I have a lot of. Then there's something I think was it one of his children put it out after he.
That was
Yeah,
him.
Ryan went completely
Oh,
dark.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot his name. Tim? Oh my God, the
I'm gonna-
Tolkien son.
I'm literally
Chris-
gonna Google it right now.
Christopher. Yeah, The Hobbit is a book. I tell them they've heard this before, but I read that once a year. I just love that book so much.
Oh man.
I like it all. And I love.
You know
Lord
you're
of the
not gonna
Rings.
get that
And
time back, Rob.
I love
I love Lord of the
that
Rings.
book. I love that book.
Every
I
couple
just-
years,
I
I,
have,
reread the original Tarzan. Of the
Really?
Edgar Rice Burroughs. Yeah, that's one of my favorite books.
Oh,
Yeah, those
that's
are great.
cool.
To be fair, every Halloween I watch like every Friday the 13th movie, and I'm never getting that time back. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Well-
I actually enjoy Game of Thrones, the books, a lot. If we're talking about books, I've read them 7 times.
oh, okay, Ryan's
All of
still
them?
All
alive.
of them?
Besides the newest one that came out, the one about Egg and Duncan. I'm trying to think of what that was. The Hedge Knight. I've only read that once. I've only read the Well, it's not the Targaryen book, but it's the
Fire and Blood.
Yes, Fire and Blood. I've only read that one. I actually really liked that because of how it went through the history. And it just makes me feel like put out the fucking
Ugh.
Winds of Winter
Not
or
gonna
whatever the
happen.
fuck next book I'm waiting on.
That dude is
I'm
going
just-
to be
I'm
dead
very
before you get
aggravated.
another book.
It's true. He has.
I
really
need to know what
sold out.
happened to Jon
Yeah,
Snow.
like I'm not even
Sold out.
I'm not even trying to be mean at this point.
Me neither.
That dude is like infamously in
Ugh.
bad health and does not give a shit about bettering his health as far as I've seen. And like it is pretty much just a reckless wild man who loves his trains. He's like a giant 4-year-old who
What?
just writes. Yeah, he's like a crazy train nut. You didn't know that?
No, I don't look into stuff about their personal life. I just like the fucking
Yeah, he's
damn
like,
book you wrote.
you know why he's
hell?
late? You know why the books are all late? Because he's just been playing with model trains.
What a dork.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
why he wears that hat?
like I'm
Basically.
pretty sure. Like I'm not even joking either. And he's like a crazy model train guy.
You know, he
He's
kind of
basically
dresses like
eating.
a train conductor.
He's
When you
eating
think
himself
about
to
it, he
death
dresses
like
a
fucking Orson
1930s
Welles.
conductor. I can't stop seeing George R. R. Martin conductor now.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be on. He should be the conductor on Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right.
That'd be fucking wild.
Thomas just starts killing everybody.
He's gonna take over. First it was Ringo Starr. Now we're gonna get George R. R. Martin.
But
And I
yeah,
read,
like I would not be surprised if he passes away before you get another book, and it's literally like
I don't think he cares anyway. I really
No,
don't.
he
I think he
doesn't.
gave up. I really do.
he made so much money even with it bombing out in the end. Like,
Yeah.
if any reasonable human being would just be like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to now.
Well, I mean, like you gotta have. I don't know. I feel like you still should finish it. But I just don't think he cares.
Well, you gotta think he's so fucking old at this point, and it took him this long to finally like really take off and make money from it.
How
Like, he
long
made-
have those books been out?
Well, there's
A
plenty of
long
books I've
fucking
read
time.
multiple times.
80s. It came out in the 80s.
Yeah, a long
Oh,
fucking
really?
time since
Wow.
before I
read. Well,
existed.
I read when I was like 13 was when I read the first one. But like, and I grew up with Harry Potter. I've read Harry Potter series
Harry
multiple
Potter.
times. I'm not gonna lie to any of you guys. I fucking love Harry Potter. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god, I
I'm-
was seeing after the.
I'm 31 years old. Harry would, according to how I grew up with the books. So
Holy shit!
I read the first book when I was in high school.
I was elementary school when the first one came out. I was in 4th grade or 5th
Holy
grade.
shit.
We were the same age, me and Harry. So it's like I kind of grew up with the books. Like the last book came out my senior year in high school. So I grew up with them and I love that series. I read all of the Chronicles of Narnia. I was always reading.
I
Recently-
saw Harry Potter, like the first movie, and it reminded me of a movie I grew up watching when I was a kid. It was what's it called now? The Bad Witch.
Padrino just shared
Yeah.
his pages.
It had,
Whoa.
That's
Oh my
fucking
God.
sick. I told
Tim
you
Curry
he's
in it.
amazing.
Oh, wow.
A
Holy
2-page spread,
smokes.
I told you. Why hasn't anyone worked with him or hired him yet?
and
Like,
then one more.
Good. What the hell?
look
Yeah,
at the
dude.
Sick.
perspective, and then look at the body proportioning and the just
Oh my
the
god.
use of lighting.
The
that's
kids
the
killing it.
thing.
That is so cool. So cool.
Kick ass work, dude.
Oh,
And
just
we're back.
see it. Dang,
And oh my god, that was fucking amazing.
that's kind of like
Yeah.
Junji Ito.
Look at Ryan fucking cranking. Just banged out like a really nice hand. What a bastard.
Hands are really hard to do, and I'm very picky about hands.
Yes, curse you, Ryan. Curse you and your perfect little hands. He's just
Well,
muted,
no, because hands.
cranking. He is completely tapped out
People
on
fuck up
talking to me.
hands so much. People can make hands. Well, a lot of people make a hand like in unreal proportions or like not natural looking. Like I can't explain it. Hands are very hard to draw. I
Homie
think.
is flying. Yes, someone hire El Padrino. Get them rates up online. Yes.
Oh, but so Harry Potter. There was a movie, I think it's called The Bad Witch, and Tim Curry was in it as like this head wizard, and it was a school for witches and sorcerers and stuff. And it's like exactly the same thing as Harry Potter. And years later, somebody put out a website that had all the different things that J.K. Rowling kind of pulled from. Like there was a book called Muggles. There was the Books of Magic by Neil Gaiman.
Oh,
is one
I know what you're
called,
talking about. Yeah, it is on
and that
Game of
Mein
Thrones. Yeah,
Kampf.
based on
I have.
Oh my
That's it.
god.
Well, I mean, you've seen all the crazy shit she used to do, right?
Oh,
No.
guys, by the way,
Yeah,
we have
she's
to
into-
Don't
she's in-
follow anybody's life.
She's into Nazi bondage S&M.
What?
What the hell?
Where are you
even
getting
talking
this from?
about?
You know
Yeah,
what? I
there's-
don't want
There's
to know.
pictures of her on the internet in an
Pictures of
SS
who?
uniform. J.K.
Who?
Rowling.
Who
This came out
cares?
years ago, guys. There's
What
pictures
the
of
hell?
her
How do you know this?
because she was evidently used to be on a bunch of bondage forums before fucking Harry Potter blew up. I was just as surprised as you when I heard about it.
Oh my
But yeah,
god.
there's pictures of her on the internet in an SS, like kinky SS uniform. She used to be big into the S&M scene. She tried to suppress it hardcore, and it's one of the reasons Disney turned her down for Harry Potter World. But it's like, I thought it was common knowledge. I'm surprised all of you guys are like, what?
But isn't Harry Potter World a thing? Doesn't that exist?
At Universal.
Oh.
Because Disney turned it down. She also had insane demands for it, and it basically like almost put Universal out of business paying her, but they made their money back now. She had some insane fucking price she wanted for it, and Disney basically laughed her out the door. But yeah, she's wicked into Nazi kink. Which is hilarious, actually. After the shit that happened at the Capitol the other day, I saw people discussing how it was problematic that a bunch of people, I guess, have something tattooed from Harry Potter that's like a murderous, like, racist character in the Harry Potter lore. I don't know what it is because I'm not familiar with Harry Potter lore at all, but they were like, this might be problematic now. And I was like, well, I mean, the lady who wrote it likes to dress up as a Nazi and get beaten, so...
Oh my god. But I have another author too. She wrote this, it's like I'm not really into like romance, but I guess it's kind of romance. It's like sci-fi. It's like, it was a zombie sci-fi, but it was a really cool concept. It's called the Newsflesh Trilogies by this woman, Mira Grant. And it's about like they cured cancer and they cured the common cold and the two antiviruses mixed in the air.
To anybody that thought I was fucking around.
Oh my god.
That's not real, is it?
Spencer,
That's completely real. That's her in an SS uniform.
I don't want to see J.K. Rowling sex
Yeah.
pictures.
Harry Potter
No,
rocks.
stop.
Wait, are you sure that's real?
That's
I
real,
don't
dude.
know.
Like,
Maybe that's a porn star that looks like her or
she
something.
actively tried to suppress it when it came out originally. It was a huge ordeal.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, she's like wicked into bondage and stuff. She's a terrible person. There's been tons of stories of her that have come out over the years of her just being
Whoa. First
a
off,
goblin.
there's nothing wrong with bondage.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with bondage.
Whoa. First off,
But
there's
it's
nothing
like-
wrong with being a terrible person.
But it's like, at that point,
Oh, guys, 10
own
minutes
it.
left.
You gotta own it, is all I'm saying.
I
And
thought we could go till 11:15.
she tried to have
I know,
her
I'm
cake
getting off
and
in
eat
10
it
minutes,
too.
though. I
And
don't
in
know.
this case,
So-
her
Fair
cake
enough.
was an SS uniform.
For me, it's
She
10
got the
minutes. You
freak.
guys can take
JK got the
11:15.
freak.
You guys have until 11:15,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Not exactly the PR you want on your famous children's book author, which is why you guys probably never heard about it.
I love it. I gotta say, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's
Hello,
my
hello.
zombie book. It's about
Rob,
press,
that
too.
doesn't surprise me, my friend.
Awesome.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, crazier shit has happened, guys. I think that's one of the more interesting things about her as a writer.
No, that Rob loves it doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh my god.
Boy's got a darkness to him.
Everybody's got that kink.
What is going on here tonight?
I don't understand. She like did a photo
Who
shoot.
did
I
I
just-
jump on?
I have no clue, dude. It was leaked from some forum she used to be on. She was in some kinky smut forum, and somebody dug it up.
Before
You
she
gotta
was
let the
famous?
people
That
know.
sounds redundant.
She looked like she had money in those pictures. I'm sorry, because before she was famous, she was homeless. She wrote Harry Potter on a napkin.
I'm pretty sure a lot of that was fabricated for the allure of her story.
There's no way, because she looks way younger in pictures than when she came out famous, and her hair had extensions, and there's a whole
Yep,
lot
she-
going on that
she
money
still-
you need.
She still to this day tries to claim that it's photoshopped, but it was straight taken from a S&M forum. That was, I'm pretty sure the whole forum was shut down after the fact and had to be like way backed or whatever the fuck it is to find it. But yeah, that was just some fucking 4chan dug up some of her past that she... It was in the early days of the internet when people didn't realize that like everything was gonna be cataloged and shit, and that this wasn't like a temporary thing.
Yeah, but she looks like the same age now. Like,
No, she's way fucking younger in those photos.
You almost said older.
Rob's
gonna
like,
say
I'm gonna
she's
have
way
to Google
older
this
now.
myself later.
I just can't believe.
For research.
I mean, there's
I
like
can't believe I've never heard this too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
what
don't know.
They just dug it up
Like-
now.
no.
Spencer,
like-
I'm gonna guess this isn't the first time you've revealed this to a group of people.
Spencer,
No,
I know.
honestly, it's like this is yeah. Like I think the earliest post I can see just on Google is like 2009.
Oh, but Harry Potter was
okay.
like
About it, so it's like it goes back a while, but it got found out after Harry Potter. But everybody said the posts on the forum were from like early 2000. I don't remember when the first Harry Potter book came out, but it
in
was
the
like
1990s, or it was 19. I forget because it came out in England first.
Brilliant.
They were like 2 books in when I was in college, and that was like 99.
So
Yeah, so 97, the first one came out.
97 was UK. Yep.
And I think the post. So she already had books out at that point, because I think the posts on the S&M forum were from like the early 2000s, and like I knew I was a kid when the posts had happened, but I found out about this. I think like my senior year of high school was the first time I had ever heard about it coming out. Was like, oh shit, Harry Potter lady used to dress up as a Nazi and fucking like beat dudes.
Oh, that's like 2007 was when the last book came out.
She had like long-winded posts about like dom and submissive kinks and all this other shit too.
Oh my god! All right, this is
Yeah, dude, like people are still people outside of fucking what they do for a living, Kayla. Like, why you're acting shocked that this lady writes weird wizard shit. You guys started this out with this lady plagiarized everything but from tons of better writers, and then I'm like, yeah, and she likes to dress up like a Nazi and whip dudes' penises.
Oh my god.
but you're always saying that, so you know.
Yeah, right. I said the same thing about Jeff last week.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, and then you send me the photos. That was weird.
This is like Conan the Barbarian-esque, Jeff.
I need those posts. Rex is trying to find those. Patronus erectum, is that a spell? I need evidence. I don't know, guys. Go look on the internet. Could just be the most elaborate 4chan troll ever, but it's like it literally went on for years, and there's a whole facet. I thought you guys knew, because every time she posts something on like Twitter or something, there's tons of people in the comments that post that picture of her. And she still is constantly claiming that it's a Photoshop, but when it originally broke, it was a huge fucking ordeal. And she had to pay out the ass to actively suppress it.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah. Wacky shit, but
all right, I'm gonna head out now.
Oh, 5 minutes. 5 minutes early. Hot damn.
Oh, it's 5 minutes? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 11. I'm sorry.
All that kinky shit.
10:55.
So I'm mentally, creatively drained.
Tapped out.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of people left because I guess they were really big J.K. Rowling fans. And can't handle. I mean, I'm not saying like it ruins her as a writer. I'm just saying, hey, it's a pretty interesting little thing about her.
It's hilarious. All right.
I love Kayla being like distraught from it. It's not that crazy. It's like I'm sure there's writers who have like killed people and stuff. Kayla, like.
William C says, "Show your wares." What does he mean? He wants to see the pictures.
Yes, show us your pictures.
Okay. So this is today. This is I'll show you guys the cover and the other page. So we got. Yeah, cover.
Wow.
It's the first page. Oh, sorry. Page.
Kick ass.
And then there.
So sick, dude.
So, just I'm trying to make each layout, like I'm trying to really,
its own thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to like constantly think, designing the page.
I think that's really cool. That is a really like all the changes in perspective. It's like abstract in a way, even though it's not abstract. I like that. It does different things to the eye. Like it draws to different areas.
I can't wait for Ryan to get back into not hardcore work mode.
He's in the zone. But thank you so much, guys.
That's awesome, Rob. Great job, buddy.
Awesome,
Thank you. Yeah, everyone's doing killer work. I gotta admit, being here was really like inspiring. Because like usually I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna tap out. I'm so tired. But I was like, you know what? Everyone's still drawing. I'm gonna push through. So this was a lot of fun. I can't wait for the next one. And Padrino, William, thank you. Mal, thank you so much for the kind words.
Yeah, dudes.
I guess keep me posted when the next one. All right. Do you have any idea when you?
Yeah. I'll hit you guys up in the group chat. We'll figure out the next one together and everything. I just threw out this because I was like, fuck it, if we're all around again.
Yeah.
Happened to be a wacky week, so it kind of worked out too. But
yeah.
We'll figure it out in the group chat. We'll get it out to everybody as soon as possible again.
Awesome.
Sounds
All right,
good.
guys. Fantastic.
Great to have you here for this one.
Oh, dude, can't wait for the next one. Seriously.
Hell yeah.
Oh. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. I'll talk
Later,
to you
bud.
guys later.
All right.
Later, Rob.
Later, Rob.
Bye, guys.
Take it easy, dude. Excellent. A very cool night. Yeah, so we're heading into the final. It's basically the wind down 15 minutes, since we said we're going to do that grace period 15 minutes at the beginning. Technically, it ends at 11:15. Rob started
11:20.
early, like Tyler too, and took advantage of the grace period, so he's all good. But yeah, we're gonna keep it going. I might have to hit the bathroom again and grab another drink. I've been flying through it tonight.
I am going to be peacing out for the night. So, good night, guys. Thank you
Oh,
for
right now?
having me.
Night,
yeah,
Kayla.
it's
Thank
like
you so
11
much.
pretty much. I'm so glad to be
Kayla's
on
like,
here.
I'm not going for the final 15. Fuck you
Oh,
guys.
I am exhausted.
Oh, it's all good.
No, I'm literally exhausted. But yeah,
Thanks, Kayla. You're the hostess with the mostest.
That's right. Thank you very much.
You keep us together. Oh,
crack my
also,
whip. I slammed him, I should say.
while I'm
Good
working
night,
on this
chat.
other stupid project.
What?
Or
Am
we'll
I
wait.
supposed to stay on
No,
and hear
no,
this?
you're good. You're good. You can go. I was gonna say, I'll wait the
All right.
final 15 minutes and then
Good
I'll
night,
have you
chat.
guys in chat.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, Kayla.
Later.
Bye.
That is the
Man,
sound
there-
of creativity.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading a thing. Everybody's posting on that Ebon Press thing talking about how it's a bummer that they can't get the number ones and everything after the fact. And I'm like, I should see about like linking Peter up with them to do like newsprint giants or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I feel like that would solve a lot of their problems. It's like you guys still have your premium versions that you sell through the store that are on really nice paper and come with like these cool enamel pin box sets and stuff. But then you could do these newsprint versions that are just wild and over the top. But then there isn't that whole demographic of people missing out on the stuff that sells out.
You can do new covers, and even their old fans will have a reason to buy something.
Exactly. I don't know if those guys would be into it, but it might be worth reaching out to them. Even if it was just something where they wanted to run it through the newsprint program and handle it on their site. I'm not sure Peter would want to do something like that, obviously, because they probably wouldn't license stuff for the most part. But I should hit them up and send them the printing partnership shit, because that would be really cool. I would also just selfishly like to see more shit on newsprint. Like, I think I'm done writing for the night. Yeah, we're in the wind down, guys. Take it easy, relax. I'll be sending stuff via DM, so don't be alarmed. No worries, dude. It should go through. I don't know if it has like the request thing, but I'll look at it. I always check my requests and everything. I think I might have changed my DM setup now so people can just DM me because it kept being an issue, but yeah, send it over, Rex, and I'll go over it with Kayla. Hell yeah. Wait, can we use this time to fix our earlier pages, right? Yeah, you can work on any part of your book during this time. Like I said. Same way if you're working on with like paper and pencil Padrino, we said you can do light layouts for the traditional artists off stream. So if you want to lay out your pages and stuff like that, you can do that. But then you got to
we can do that?
Your really tight finals. Yeah, we said that in the first one. You were here.
Yeah, I was definitely here.
Because all the digital guys are like, they're like all giggling about how they can work way faster. So it's just like, you guys want to.
All right.
I'm not saying like tight pencils or anything, but you know, like you can lay out your panels and all that shit. Like
basically said I could do my entire book
yeah
off stream.
Tyler's just gonna come back with perfectly penciled pages.
You said I could do this. These are my light layouts.
I just do like boxes of everything. My layouts are bullshit.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
And I'm really leaning into the stylized thing for this now. It's going to be real wacky. I'm just going to try and keep it as quick as possible. Really like how this page came out, though, that I finished penciling tonight, I should say. And it'll come together in the end with the painting and everything. LOL, I got all 20 pages written. Next time I'll start doing really rough sketches. Hot damn. If you're drawing a story, you only had to do 10. The follow along's half of what we have to do. You don't need to do a 20-page story. Ryan is fucking cranking, dude.
He's a pro.
And Jeff's in his silent hour now, too, so... That's suggestive. So did Jeff already finish 3 pages and he's just casually lettering now? Is that what this is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm better than you.
Not better, Spencer. Just different.
Okay, we're caught up on chat here. Cool. Hopefully everybody had a good night. We're all winding down here. Playing Fallout 3 and drinking fireball shots. You and Kayla. Animals. Good times. We got the Rex Doom stuff. Here we go. Accept that. I thought I just accidentally hit delete. That would have been bad. I'm a dumbass sometimes. Cool. Just different in a better way. Exactly, William C. William gets it. I'm gonna need to run to the bathroom any minute now, and you guys are all silent.
I feel like this particular episode was like not a wake-up call because I knew this wouldn't be easy, but it was definitely a realization like, oh shit, this is a challenge, man. This is a serious challenge.
Oh yes.
But that's,
and you know, if you, like I said, if you don't make it all the way, you don't make it all the way, but you learn your thresholds, or you learn a little bit about yourself, and this is a story you can still finish. That's why I was saying the guys in chat following along. You can always do 10 pages and keep it loose and make it like this is your first pass, and it's going to be like some really tight layouts by the time you're done with it. And then you have those layouts, and after the challenge is over, you can go and take that 10 pages and turn it into 20 pages. And, you know, just it's a stepping stone for all of us, and it's a means for us to all get together on a level playing field and just have fun. Like,
this is a blast.
About the competition, but it's really just about like getting the dudes together and doing what we all love.
It's fun though. It's good.
Hell yeah. Everybody is crying out for Ryan. They want his beautiful voice, but they're not allowed. Everyone's stuff is looking good. Would have been on earlier and cheer you all on, but I was at stuff pimping the IGG campaign.
I'm here.
I get it. Oh, so angelic, that voice. How are you doing, buddy?
Hammerella.
I feel like I haven't heard you for like an hour.
I don't think I've talked for about an hour.
Yeah, how far did you get?
Let's see, I got 3 pages, almost finished pencils. And I'm basically what I'm going to be doing is getting as much done as I can each week, but each week I'm going to build a little on previous pages and then work on new ones. So
yeah.
And then I'm not going to go for any final line work till the last couple episodes. I'm going to try to have the whole thing penciled in, and then go in for final line work and any black like shapes or fill in blacks and stuff like that.
On like a mean ass deadline.
Yeah, because I'm going to be moving faster and smarter each week. And that's another thing, Tyler. We're all going to be moving faster and smarter each week. We're going to learn from what we do. So you can totally build, go back if you don't like a panel you did. You know, you can go back and fix stuff within the time period.
Yeah.
So, like, I went back tonight and went to my previous page.
That little top panel you were just showing, too. The
I'll go back to that.
shot.
But like I added a new kid. Let's see. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Anyways, I went back to one of my old pages and fixed that, and then moved to these ones. Here's then I got this scene kind of worked out.
Oh jeez, dude, that's sweet.
Hell yeah.
It is so sweet.
The slamming to the ground.
Yeah.
And then the other bad guy jumping at them, but he's still holding the other guy by the face.
Mm-hmm.
And then uses his head to smash the other guy in the face.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Very, very cool.
My kind of violent.
Oh, I guess this is the page before that. This is the page that
Spencer's
sets it
like,
up.
I've done that.
Yeah. Each couple pages, he's going to be a few blocks further, so we're going to get a street sign indicating like where he's getting because he's closer and closer to his destination.
Oh, I love that. It's like an old school
sick,
beat 'em
man.
up. It's like
Yeah, so
fucking
the first-
Double Dragon.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, exactly. So the first one, it's like basically I broke it down to like there's like a simple street fight. This is just him and a couple dudes or a few dudes, and this is the page right before the face grab. So he's got his hand open. They're charging at each other, and then you turn the page and it's like that wham. But so this will be the street fight, and then next he's going to go down into the subway, and that's where people are going to start drawing weapons. We're going to get a weapons fight.
It's like Streets of Rage.
Escalation. Yes,
Yeah.
more like River City Ransom. Yes, and a
we'll
bit
have
of
to
Streets of
actually drawing
Rage.
Weapons.
Dude.
That's killer.
This is like the
But they'll
comic
be
I've
like-
been waiting for.
Right?
And I'm not
they're-
lying. Jeff's and Ryan's.
Yeah, well, each
just-
gang will be colorful, like they're going to be really fun, and they'll have like their weapons of choice too.
Yeah.
At the end, is it all just to save his girlfriend that he shares with his best friend? His polyamorous girlfriend, just like Double Dragon. I remember even as a kid being like, this is weird. Like, hang on, so she's both our girlfriend?
I don't want to give too much away about the ending, but the ending is fantastic. You guys are going to love what happens to the bad guy. It's a favorite of mine. But yeah, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with kills too. All right, who we got? We got Nick.
Nick's getting a little, I think his internet's probably dropping, or mine might be dropping a little bit. He's a little pixelated, but from what I can see, that looks cool.
Nick, that looks so sick.
I'm
man.
loving the compositions you're pulling off here, dude.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
God, dude.
See if I got to fix my...
You guys are all, I was like, I'm going to mess around with scope a bunch, and I had to backtrack on all of that.
I'm pretty much done here. We can get it in the...
That kicks dick.
Wow.
I think that's my favorite.
Jeez,
Is that a whole
man.
page, too?
I mean, it's
That's
2 pages.
beautiful, dude.
Okay, yeah,
That is
like
beautiful.
a big 2-page spread. Hell yeah.
Beautiful. And Nick, this is your first thing you're putting out, right? You said that earlier?
Yeah. I mean, well, and
Awesome,
it's
dude.
funny, because Kayla was asking what people's goals were.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, my goal is to finish, because literally I've never written and drawn and finished a comic project ever.
Hell
I've never,
yes.
I've never
Dude.
finished my own thing, ever.
That makes me so happy that you agreed
Seriously.
to do this, man.
That's so cool. You're,
So,
like kicking the door open on this one, man.
What up, Simonon? Yeah, this is rad. This makes me more excited for Samurex, man.
well, Samurex is on the back burner. This is part of the main thing, Curse of These Bones,
I love
Sweet.
that
Which-
name too.
which
I told
on
him
the-
that early on. I was like, that's the best title.
God damn
Yeah, it is.
So there's
I think so too.
there's another half to this story, and that's what I'm working on behind the scenes. So, and I'm pushing really hard on that right now. I'm close to having all the layouts done for that story, so
Stoked to see it, man. You know we'll be here to help you promote it whenever you're ready.
yeah. To be honest, I'm hoping to have it done when we're done doing this challenge, so that everything will come together.
Hell yeah.
And I'll just go right into an Indiegogo.
Seamlessly transition. Hell yeah, man.
Very cool,
That's
dude.
my hope.
Wow, tonight fried my brain. Same Ryan, I think it got better after it was fried. The good stuff. Yeah, killer stuff tonight. Who knows what the fuck Jeff is about to show us.
Yeah, no.
And what the fuck Kevin is gonna make up with. Maybe I can get him on a stream on my channel later this week to make up for it, or this weekend or something. And I'll hang out and fucking work on my layouts while he catches up on the 3 hours he missed. This has been awesome, though, guys. We got about a minute left here, so if you're wrapping up, following along with us, we're at 11:14. A minute to go here. We'll let it go till my counter says 3:11. It's just past 3:10. We're checking out Jeff here. Watching him finish his lettering. We won't put him on the spot for the last minute. Let him do his thing. But then we'll make him show us his pages. Dance for us. And we'll look at the dude's stuff one more time. And everything too. I'm probably gonna hang out a little bit more if any of you guys want to after the fact. I know some of you have to jet and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'd like to run my story past you afterwards.
yeah, yes, of course, always. What is up, Edwin? Welcome, dudes.
Hail, Edwin.
Edwin the Ace. Launches
Hello?
January 30th. Am I? Oh, the Ace launches. Jesus, my autistic brain. The Ace launches January 31st, guys. I was reading that as if it were his name. Because it is his name. But yeah, his book launches the 31st. Jesus, I am out of my goddamn mind after tonight. I see what you're
It's
saying.
such a rad
now,
character
Ryan.
design too. The Ace.
Yeah, I've been seeing all the like
so
guest
awesome.
pinups and stuff he's been sharing. Or I don't know if they're
Yeah.
guest pinups or if it's art from the book. I just saw a bunch of different artists doing the character, and it looks rad.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I saw it and I was like, I think Spencer's gonna like this too. This is kind of like
Yeah.
up both our alleys.
I'm easy to please. If it's visually cool, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm the worst writer in the world with that kind of shit. Other writers come to me and they're like, yeah, it's a writer's world. And I'm like, not really. I'll be over hanging out with all the artists.
All right, man. I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Hell, you want to show your stuff off one more time real quick?
Yeah. Let me see what have I done tonight.
Show the boys your things. Yeah, that
Alright,
sounded
so-
incriminating.
I wrapped up Splash Page.
Are you working full size too?
Yeah.
Oh, you wacky bitch.
Probably wasn't a good idea. And then I just started to move into just light pencils, just to kind of give myself an idea for when I start the inks.
Hell yeah.
And I'm moving into bear country.
The best kind of country.
And then breaks out of there. And then he ends up in dragon country.
Excellent. Yeah, pull it back a little bit.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. I love the face on that dragon too.
Thank you.
It's like
Oh yeah.
Cool stuff, bro. Cool stuff.
little
you.
bit of an Eastern vibe, but it's still got its own thing. Like,
I was supposed to stop working.
I'll be honest, I'm a big Rain of Fire
oh yeah,
fan.
we're good. Sorry, we are way past time.
Yeah,
I
me
zoned
too,
out.
Tyler.
And then, yeah, it was sweet, right? And then this
Dude,
last
Rain of
one.
Fire kicked dick.
Yeah, it was great.
That's what
And
I
I'm
love
just
about them
kinda-
dragons, man.
Trying to figure out angles.
Bald McConaughey.
So yeah, I don't know.
Looking good, dude.
Fucking
Looking
awesome.
Thank you,
exceptional.
man. Thank you very, very much. This is so fun. This is such a good idea, man.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna do something like it again in the future. It might not be 20
Mhm.
pages. I'd like to see what we could do if it wasn't like a full comic and we had to just do shorts, but maybe the same amount of time, but like a smaller project. I think could also be really cool.
Maybe
I got a
team
lot
up.
of love for short stories, man.
Yeah, and we talked about something where maybe we all pick like a theme or a genre or something, like sort of like the Draw Night prompt, but sort of something that just we all are sparking off of the same fire or whatever,
Mhm.
and then going and doing our own thing with that same sort of source. But
Sweet.
yeah, I
I'd
think
love to see that.
yeah, it'll be cool to do in the future. And I think we talked about it a little bit on the first part, but I believe we confirmed. Are we doing part 6 on your channel, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll be doing at least part 6 over on Ryan's channel. He'll host us all over there, and we'll do a section of it over there, hanging out, and I'll keep all the talk of J.K. Rowling and things like that off his channel. But yeah, we'll be doing part 6 over there eventually. We might be having a part on Rob's channel if we can figure that all out. If any of you guys have enough room to host all of us, we can do one on your guys' channel. Nick, I know you got a thing going now too. Which
yeah, barely. I gotta get pushing on that more.
Go sub to Nick's YouTube channel if you guys haven't already.
Yes, do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you have a custom URL already, or does it? I don't remember what it takes
No.
for subscribers before you can do
I think
that.
it's 100.
Okay. Well, we got to
So-
get him to 100 so he can get a custom URL, and then it won't be a pain in the ass to tag his YouTube. But for now, go to his Twitter. I'm pretty sure he has it in there now. That's where I had saw it and went and subscribed to it. What's your YouTube name as well?
He's trying to guess.
I can't remember the channel name, and I just subscribed to it like the other day when he posted about it.
I think it's just Nick Welch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let me
Yes.
confirm
All right, dudes.
now. This is
I'm
just
definitely
hot content.
subscribed. So
Sweet.
I'll see y'all.
All right,
Thanks
let's
for
let Tyler
hanging
go.
out, buddy.
Thanks, Tyler. Way to kick
Bye.
butt.
Later, man.
Thanks, you too, man. Bye.
I can't find it, so I have no idea. I looked up Nick Welch, and it came up with a bunch of strange-looking men who
What
do
the
not
crap?
look like you. Is that pie to the face? I'm trying to catch up. I've checked the trash can, but found nothing. Tell Tyler if he still is sending newsletters. Haven't received one in months. Huh. I just saw this now, so that's horrible timing, but maybe hit him up on Twitter. I'm not sure if he could just be busy. He's dealing with like a move and a bunch of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Or like moving around his house, doing a bunch of stuff. And he's got kids, so he's a busy man. World's been a little wacky the last year, but don't know. You'll have to ask him about that. Love all the different angles and creatures, man. Yeah, Tyler's going. I love too that everybody's sort of doing something a little bit different, which is really cool. Idiots on Twitter are trying to get EVS banned now. Of course.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing will stop.
William C. did 4 pages tonight.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like I should share
Wow.
what the dudes have been doing.
I mean, they're not complete. They're about the same stage as mine, in the pencil stage.
That's
like-
a step in the right direction, though.
I have to go back
but
and watch this
4.
whole thing.
He got
Oh.
I can't
4,
look at
and they're
anybody's
great.
stuff.
We still got Padrinos here, so I'll share that really quick, and then I'll Padrino going ape
Adreno,
shit
give me
tonight.
hope for the future.
Yeah, with a 2-page spread, right? The kids are all right.
I need to work with him on something. Don't tell him
Dude,
I said that.
Right? I'm saying, like, you will be seeing this little bastard in, I think the Hellseekers annual. I want to get him in.
Nice. Good call.
Because it's fucking...
But don't tell him yet. Don't tell him yet.
Everybody tell Padrino to fuck off. We gotta keep him level-headed. Let me look through...
We're gonna
okay,
jump him
go.
the first time we see him.
Beat his ass. Welcome to the gang. Hell yeah, dude. Again, more fucking kick-ass angles. I'm always running my cursor over stuff, and then I remember that you guys can't see that. We got a sweet decapitation here.
We can see your cursor.
Damn. That's
Oh,
so
you
fun.
can?
Share screen. Yeah.
I'm like pointing around at stuff. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. Yeah. Just absolute violence. We got
I
what
love
looks like people on fire here. It's really heavy metal.
Spears through guts.
Yeah, I gotta drop a like on this. Fucking awesome, dude.
And like full pages too. Like
yeah, way further along than I am.
Yeah, you're manning the ship. That's all right. I feel like you should get 3 extra hours. Like maybe when Kevin does his. No, I legitimately do think you should.
Just scream to myself.
An extra hour. At the very least.
I'll be all right. I'm gonna do more like this week. Just I got blindsided because I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna catch up on all of that shit, and then it was like, oh, you have a nephew, and I've been like FaceTiming and on the phone with my little brother more than I've been like in my entire life, and then shit happened with one of my grandparents. Well, the last of my grandparents, I should say now. And it's just been like one thing after another. And then Jeff knows I got like sick off and on for like fucking 3 weeks straight. I've been a mess. This month blew dick. These are
always have a
bad
bad December.
Yeah, dude. I'm just fucking. I'm not meant to live through the winter time. I'm meant to hibernate like a grizzly bear.
Exactly.
I'm trying not to miss
fatten you up
anything.
next year and shove you in a hole.
I know we got a lot of writing from the dudes. This is mostly shares and stuff. A lot of the stuff tends to filter in later in the night, which is all right too. It kind of keeps me awake and gives me something to look forward to as the night rolls on. But this is very rad. There's also guys that have to catch up later and everything. Like Colin normally posts midday. Him and the wife are out at the Barbie now. But we're really excited. Me and Kayla have lots and lots of cool shit to read through.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't care about stuff.
Yeah, right? Fuck that guy. No. I'll talk to him tonight too. I'll probably text him later on, see if he wants to figure out something for this weekend to make it up. If any of you guys want to pop in and hang out, help me distract the shit out of him and burn down his 3 hours so he can't get anything done.
I'm gonna share my screen whenever you're ready for my stuff.
Yeah, of course,
dude. Phoenix sent in his story too. He tagged you in his story, so we'll have to check that out
I
later,
just wasn't
too.
gonna.
Good job, Phoenix.
Like look at that stuff on stream, so it's
just giving him the shout out.
Why can't I?
Oh, your mattress is Jeffrey.
What am I sharing?
Screen.
There. Nope, that's Nick. What the fuck is going on? It wasn't letting me. There we go. Fuck.
Wow.
You got it?
What?
Oh man.
Hey Jeff, fuck you.
Jeff is fired.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna have a heart attack at the end of the night.
Nobody hire Jeff. I have 100 books he has to do with me. No, everybody hire Jeff. That was a joke.
I like money.
Yeah. Money me.
Money me, please.
Money
This
now.
is all digital?
Money.
Yeah, this is all digital.
I love the fucking skull at the bottom.
The grayscale is I use all Friendin brushes, and he has really great watercolor brushes. So this is
I love
castle,
this community.
and then this is coffers, where all the gold is hidden, and then this is the evil Droger, I don't want to give away like what he looks like exactly, so I wanted this to become more like dreamlike, so the kids imagining it.
Like a
So
sweet
cool.
80s movie. He's just a tiger up in the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Then
what?
This is the sword.
Yeah, Kayla wants your sword.
And you painted those clouds?
Yeah, these are also friend and brushes.
Yeah, the friend and brushes were like the reason I got Clip Studio for the PC.
This is the sword hilt.
Like, if I could figure that shit out on iPad, I would probably love it, but it's so fucking complicated.
I was really rushing to get the lettering done at the very end, so I messed up on this last page, but
Yeah, you can always fix it.
I'm gonna have to, yeah. And so this is back at the fire. The kid's all excited about the treasure.
Wow, bro.
And one of these old dudes just tell him to shut the fuck up.
This dude's clutching a Chico.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit! I never thought about that. This is like real life spilling into the art.
Yeah. Jeff zoned out and slipped a Chico into it, and Colin's
Thanks,
not even
Colin.
here to appreciate it.
Oh.
And then the kid's going to sleep, dreaming of treasure.
Dude, you got like Jeff
Yeah.
Bone Doc Shaner in you.
That's
God
cool. I like that.
Damn you, Jeff.
Sick, man.
I just
That guy's
bone
face
for a second
is
there.
so awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Going
I mean, the
down.
lettering looks rushed, but the rest is
It
pretty
is.
good.
Yeah.
I know it is.
Just
So
kidding.
you're at 6 pages now, even, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you. I mean,
God
God.
I mean,
I
that's
never used the Clip Studio lettering before, so I was like trying to figure it out as I was going. I was like, what does this do again?
How did that go? Because every time I've tried to do lettering in Clip Studio, I'm like, I hate this. This is the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah, I think Illustrator would be better for it. I just didn't want to have to mess around and like open other programs and just do it all
Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
And this is really the only stuff that's gonna be lettered. Is just these couple pages, just setting everything up.
Oh, cool.
But like they have, are you still sharing my screen?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so they have all these different tools. Like they have, the ellipse balloon, which does it for you. Hold on. That went to the very bottom for some reason. And then you can, use the tail there. But I never liked that. I don't think it looks that great.
Yeah.
So I always liked just regular, hand-drawn balloons. So I use the balloon pen and just kind of rough it in. God, it keeps going into the file. There we go. And you can come back and actually edit it a little bit, and it'll just keep building in that balloon.
Nice.
And then I just did the little tails that way.
Oh, that's kind of like
It's
Illustrator.
quicker.
This is terrorism. Yeah, it's Ryan, it's Illustrator and Photoshop like in one fucking system, but it's all got like insane names, and the layer stacking is like way more complicated. But it's like, I imagine once you learn how to use it, it would make Procreate like obsolete instantly. It's fucking insane, like especially just like if you use the friend-in brushes just on like illustration mode and you're not even using the comic book stuff. Just the little bit I've done with it is like I it almost doesn't feel like drawing anymore.
The
It's
lettering,
wild.
It's still kind of like rudimentary. I just feel like you have way quicker options in Illustrator to adjust all your kerning and stuff.
Oh, yeah, because, that was my problem, too. Like, you had to go into, like, a sub-menu
Exactly.
and stuff, whereas Illustrator, I'm just like, Alt and using the arrows, obviously. Keyboard commands.
Yeah, exactly. So this was just like roughing it in, but then you couldn't just resize your bounding box. You have to like actually hit enter on each line to get everything to go down, down the way. Otherwise, it just stretches out the whole length of the page.
Rip
So it's not
PogChamp.
like intuitive like Illustrator, I guess.
Yeah, it's got some pitfalls and stuff, but
But yeah, all the drawing stuff is amazing in it.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, if you work digitally too, like, I would probably, once I got better with, like, the understanding Clip Studio, I would probably at least draw fucking covers in Clip Studio just because it's so fucking good. It's got a lot more. I feel like Procreate's treading into this weird territory now where a lot of it's starting to look really homogenous with people that are using it. But I guess Clip Studio has the same problem too, because there's like a couple guys in the comic industry I can think of that are all just using like the same 5 brushes. It's weird though. But Clip Studio is a fucking powerful tool.
The other cool thing in my experience is it runs so much better than Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Photoshop, I don't know. It's like I have Photoshop on 3 devices. I have my work laptop, I have my desktop, and then I have my Surface Pro. And like it runs like garbage on every single one, and like freezes, and like it's unbelievable. And I mean, I've been doing graphic design for 20 years, and like, actually, Illustrator's gotten bad too. Like, Illustrator freezes and crashes now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it has never done this.
Yeah, Adobe doesn't seem to really give a shit anymore either. That's the real big bummer.
I shared my screen again, Spencer, because there's a really cool free perspective.
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's called it's called Top GYN, but I think it's the only perspective grid you'll ever need, or you're gonna need. But you just drag in the 2 different assets, and then you see it just moving around.
Oh, what?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
I've been doing that in my head all these years.
I can do. Let me see.
Yeah, Ryan, like, I'm not
can move
kidding.
this
There's
all
so
around.
much, like, wacky time-saving shit in this. Like, I thought the perspective tool in Procreate was insane, and then I went in and started looking into, like, just videos on Clip Studio and was like, now I understand why everyone abuses this.
But yeah,
It's
this thing is
basically, like,
amazing.
all the, like, benefits of having, like, Google SketchUp in it, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, all the shit I was doing for, like, the first hour and a half of tonight, I could have done in, like, 30 seconds in...
This is what I did. Let's see if you... Wrong way. Yeah. I built this for...
Oh shit!
This is my tower reference
That's
awesome.
brilliant, though.
for the tower that is... It's a common location in The Curse of These Bones coming up, so...
That's so cool.
Like, I'm too dumb to use 3D software, so I'm just gonna build this thing.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna blast.
This has
Right,
been
yeah, I gotta
another
get going,
kick-ass night. All right, well, we will call it then, dudes, because we're at the 3.5 hour mark.
Post my pages.
Yeah, keep an eye out on Twitter and everything, dudes. We'll let you know when part 3 is going to be happening. And thank you for hanging out with us again. Thank you for following along, as always. Excited to see what we do next time. But for now, take it easy, dudes. Yes, stay
Thanks,
girthy.
everybody.
Awesome.
Later.
Yeah,
Was
stay
it worth the
girthy.
girth?